he was in tune with it, and he gave everyone his best. Some people more than other, because some people took Breaking Bag. We're not going to talk about the album sound is that is because
Ogbeni, keep jokes.
he gave
He said that too like woman, you be woman.
he gave someone Breaking Bag.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
there's another guy there that was singing, but he didn't give that one back. He was calling him out, saying it looks like Udumudu or something.
You should give me Rolex, Abby.
I just want to say, the verse for me, the Asake verse for me was not really too great, in my opinion. But that made me ask the question: do we think Asake is good to the point where he can get to that point in his career where he can lay back? Like on his next album, if he doesn't do too good, would we be mad?
Like people were giving this Fola guy the whole prop, saying, "Oh, he's had this incredible run," and nobody's also mentioning one guy, Shode. Shode is also having an amazing run. I don't know why nobody's talking about Shode. Shode is having an insane run.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about the top 10 and how Fola is the best new thing in town.
Okay.
I love him. I love him so much. I feel like he's so bougie coded in a good way, and like he has these melodies that like just work so well for him.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like if Fola is so like is like try to say 2025 the best R&B / Afrobeat entry, and he can sound good on with anybody. Like you know how Buju came and sounded good with anybody. Like you just want if you need a hook, call Buju. Right now, if you need a hook, call Fola, because like there's nobody that does it better. So like he's not having an Asake run, obviously.
I saw people try to slap that on Fola, and I'm like, bro.
No.
Let's keep it cute. He's having a moment.
He's having a Buju run, and that's fine, and that's okay.
Okay, so it's a Buju run.
It's a Buju run. Like when Buju came and did give away for everybody in the industry.
Like that's 2021, Abby.
Yes, like 2021, 2021, yeah. That's what like for Lies right now. Then switching into I wanted to push on agendas on the chat, but let's just leave it at that.
You wanted to make agendas for the chat?
Yes, now. You said
Wizkid.
You said Wizkid is 2. Burna Boy 2 has 2.
Oh, Burna Boy has 2.
But there's only one person at the top. That's why I say.
Vibes.
No. I have to push like the video agenda.
Okay.
Love to see it. Nobody should come and say Nigerians don't love anybody music again. Like, love to see it. About switching the conversation to like the Billboard and now saying like turntable, Billboard 100 and people talking about turntable. I feel like the way our industry is right now. So like it's how do I want to put it? Like it's economics, right? For example, there are some like government regulations on certain industries whereby like if you're coming to like invest in this particular industry, like I think they call it the indigenous policy, whereby like you have to have like a Nigerian as a majority shareholder, something like that. You understand?
Right.
Or like majority of Nigerians, or like it's in every industry. Like for example, if you go to UK, England, people like their Premier League sector. You can't just say you want to work for Premier League, like in the stadiums, in the broadcasting. Like it's tailored for the indigenes. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the indigenes are the ones that like benefit the most from the bulk of the earnings and everything. But I just feel like the entertainment space in Nigeria right now, like we don't have that type of covering. Do you get what I mean? Like we are basically run by outside funds, outside validation,
Yeah.
and like it's capitalism at the
Yeah.
end of the day. The bigger wolf will always like want to eat the pie, and if Billboard comes into like Nigeria, like it will kind of give validation to their own charting metrics than other charting metrics because
Right.
of the name. Do you understand?
Right.
So like sadly, like for other indigenous competitors, there is no like there is no barrier to protect you. You understand? You have to now compete with massive people bringing like 200 million to start up. Do you understand? Like you
Yeah.
just have to compete, and like there's nothing you can do about it, which is sad. Then I also want to also point out to the conversation that the whole this whole falls down to our government, because not to be not to be political again, but like I had a conversation with like with some family people, and we're talking about like how majority of the people that quote unquote make money in Nigeria make money from outside investment, meaning our musicians are catering to the diaspora. The real estate industry, they are catering to the diaspora. The like every single person that you see like is catering to outside investment, like outside funds. Like you go to Lagos and it's like people set bills in dollars because I just go back, it's going to pay for it. Do you understand?
Right.
Because the purchasing power of like the naira is zero. So if we cannot, quote unquote, as Nigerians living in Nigeria, be able to fund, develop, do things with our naira, there's no hope for us. Not to sound as a Debbie Downer, because even like a turntables, like I don't know about their inside strategy or whatever, but I'm sure that if they had the chance, they'll be like, oh, we want to pitch for outside investments. Do you understand what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like even them who want to pitch for outside investment to say, oh, this is what we're building here. Like we need outside investment, because you can't do anything right now in Nigeria without outside investments. So that's all my submission for it. Thank you.
All right. That makes sense. I especially like highlighting the part of the like how much the government might play into this, because there might be some policies that might favor having the indigenous citizens to be part owners of it. But we don't know the details exactly to that, but I think it'd be interesting to explore that aspect of it. But so far, what do we know about it? I think it's Billboard Africa. It doesn't necessarily highlight Billboard Nigeria specifically. The editor that has been chosen seems to give the impression that it's going to be South Africa based in terms of the and anyone correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be South Africa based and then just cover the rest of sub-Saharan Africa. As far as charting goes, as far as charting services goes from that, I don't know if I say enough that suggests that Billboard Africa would be heavy on the charting, say locally. I say like, I don't know, Billboard Nigeria, Billboard Kenya, Billboard Ghana. I don't know if their effort is going to go as far as that, because calling it Billboard Africa is quite broad, right? It's quite broad. Like, how are you going to slice it? Like, how exactly are we going to make like a charts per country, or is it going to be like there's so many like questions that we still don't know yet about how this I guess arm would operate. I tend to believe, and I might be wrong, but I tend to believe it's going to operate more on the magazine end of things as opposed to like the charting end of things. I'm just foreseeing that being the case for it, because I can see them just having interviews, more having coverage, like and whatnot, and other things that cover magazines as opposed to the chart. But we see how they operate. But we do have one of the founders of Turntable Chart. Okay, we have the founder of Turntable Chart. KD is here with us. I remember hearing the news and yeah, man, and hitting him up like, yo, what is this about? KD, are you here? Real quick, we're gonna get to other speakers real quick, but I want to hear from KD, bro. KD, how far, man?
Yeah, man. I'm good. Good evening.
You're good. Good evening. I hope you're healing from Spain's from De La Fuente yesterday.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
coach
man.
knows how to spoil a good thing. It's not.
Yeah, bro. You be like that sometimes, man. You be
But
like
yeah. It's good for. They say it's good for character development.
that. Indeed.
You don't want people. You don't want people to think you can win the World Cup, so you lose initially.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, 3D chess, like you lose the small ones to win the bigger ones.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, Billboard. Are you excited for a healthy competition?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I generally like Billboard.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I like Billboard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a
Right.
fan of Billboard and all things Billboard. So it means that, yeah, that's a fan of that. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
And I think earlier somebody mentioned something around like there should be more protection into what people can do, like foreign investment and all that, so that you protect the local participants in the markets. But
Right.
I mean, I've always seen it as a. I mean, yes, obviously, there's so many things that like the Nigerian government can do better in terms of like, because you realize that like you go to a lot of. I don't want to go into the Nigerian side of the Nigerian
Right.
government side of things. It's a rabbit hole that would not leave, and you just realize that there's so much fucked up things. But generally, I don't typically believe in like restrictions of how people can. I believe in free market, and people should be able to come to a market and do their part. I mean, obviously, yes. I mean, dog eat dog. The big whale hits the small fish and all of that. So there's a tendency that if you're coming into a market that you might, especially if you're a foreign company, you might come into with like a lot of big cash. But I feel like if you can, even the big cash will probably still help the local markets at the end of the day. So there's always like a plus to even when like a big company enters into a market and try to get their own share of what exists in a foreign land. So on that end, yes, I would say I don't mind like even if the roles were reversed. Like if I was at Billboard, I would want to come to Nigeria. So
right, okay.
Like I thought they should have. I mean, I know they were coming, so I figured they would come at some point. So
gotcha.
Yeah,
makes sense.
On that end, yes, I don't think I don't see it as an issue.
Gotcha.
I don't think there should be restrictions into how they can operate within the market or try to divest and make them sort of like 50% should be owned by Nigerians. Like let these niggas do whatever they want, because at the end of the day, there's going to be like I mean, even Turntable would have plans to expand, and now we have to, so.
Fair enough. Makes sense. I know, like, part of the reaction to the news of Billboard coming to Africa, kind of even raised the questions of, will Billboard reach out to turntable, and I don't know if you've seen those ideas of collaboration floating around with that. What's your energy
I've seen a
towards
lot of
that?
things. I've seen a lot of things, even in the midst of the whole. I mean, the 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 Yamal and the. I mean, I was still. I saw a lot of things. Both the folks that think that it's like the end of, turntable, and the ones that think that turntable would react, or the ones that feel like they're excited to see Billboard. I've seen everything. Yeah. So and in terms of collaboration, no, I don't like that kind of collaboration. I would prefer competition to collaboration. I think everybody should put their products in the market and let the people decide. And if that person is right. The person has said something about Billboard coming to markets. Like, obviously it's Billboard. Like, everybody, like, the idea of chatting, the first thing that comes to your mind is Billboard. So yes, if they're coming to a market, it gives them a head start to in nowadays, because people would readily believe it's their big brand. There's probably money to throw around and do a lot of things. But yeah, at the end of the day, there's always a way around, like, everything that you can do, and put the product out and see how the market reacts. So no, I don't. Maybe before, yes, there were like talks about collaborations and partnerships, and there was even some talks about licensing. But I mean, at this time now, no, I think the time for collaboration is not now.
And to be honest, I'll give you guys your credit, man. 5 years in, starting something as ambitious as trying to document Nigerian music consumption. We've been a part of the journey. It's part of the inception of this space, honestly, as to turntable coming into the scene. And for sure, you guys have grown over the years, and to the place where you are right now, to be able to even help with certification as well. There's so many things that you guys have contributed to the documentation of Nigerian music. So I have to give you guys your flowers. And essentially that was what was behind my tweet earlier. It's just to acknowledge that, hey, before we get a juggernaut coming into the space, that just recognize what has been homegrown, recognize what has been put in place by our very own before. Just recognize, just coming from a place of recognition. Like, people should just recognize that this is not a novice thing to be able to chart in Nigeria. And yeah, shout out to you guys for making that possible. All right. I'm gonna.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks. I mean, it's been a nice journey. I mean, I feel like, you're correct. This space has been like part of things that we've been doing, and there's a little part of like the need to be able to send like a rundown for this space that also makes it like that sort of like wakes you up some nights that, okay, you need to make this work. So shout out to you guys for
appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay up to date in terms of updates and everything.
Yes, man. Appreciate it. We have some speakers. I know you guys are eager to chime in or probably raise some questions to Katie as well. But Miss Taiwo, what's up?
Hello.
Hi.
My own opinions are going to be somewhat shallow, not thinking too deeply about the business.
Okay.
Yes, there's actually, you asked if there's a Billboard UK. There is. I kind of think it's a good move for us.
Okay.
To an extent. Can also, well, I can't really see how it's going to go bad. But, well, I can see how it can kind of, like, having Billboard can kind of like somewhat dictate how our music industry goes in a way. So that can be one downside to it. I don't know how they are going to run it as Billboard Africa. That is, yeah, I think think people don't realize how diverse the music in Africa is.
Yeah.
Like music in Nigeria alone is diverse. Music from Ghana. We have South Africa where they have like so many different genres. We have Kenya, we have Tanzania, and it's not like our sounds are. They might have some similarities, but not very similar. So it's like if you're doing it on the charting, like I don't know how it's going to work, like combining 54 countries.
Yeah.
When it's not world.
Yeah, I think that would be that's the biggest question too that I have about this, and to see how they operate. Yeah.
One question actually, or one thing I thought of, which can also be a question, would be: would this somewhat increase the purchasing power for like at least like Nigerians when it comes to like streaming, like?
Break
I don't
it
know
down.
how I'll put it. I don't know how I'll put it. You know how like we get for the streams in Nigeria, artists get paid so little. Like does Billboard come into Africa? And I don't know if this is what's the code? Infuriating mentality or not. Well, if it is, you will tell me. But does it somewhat bring some? I don't think legitimacy is the correct word.
No, I understand. Yeah,
like,
you can use the word legitimate. Yeah, like you can use but
okay, like it brings more legitimate. Like I know we're already kind of on the table, but I think it brings us more into the table globally. So do you think that would like?
Yeah, in
some way impact.
I think
you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand where you're trying to get at, but I don't necessarily see the direct link between this and purchasing power. Like, say, the economic state of the country all of a sudden rises, and then it means that the purchasing power for like how much people can pay into a Spotify or pay into a Netflix or pay into like streaming platforms. Essentially, I don't know if that I don't know if that directly increases it. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it will be a direct thing. But is it only by how much you pay for?
I think that's the direct correlation to like however much Nigeria is putting in Spotify's pockets is what they will be able to translate to the artist when they are paying off the artist, right? So it's directly correlated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it might be one aspect. but I still kind of think there might be, but it wouldn't be like a direct line.
Right. I think there's other ways Billboard can impact the market as a whole.
I'm thinking about it from like TikTok perspective. In America, you get paid a lot more as an influencer than any other country.
Yeah,
but you are not paying for TikTok. So I think like sometimes there might be an indirect thing.
But also in that case, in a TikTok sense, the people advertising on TikTok, right? That would be the difference there, because you're not paying for TikTok, but you kind of are you're paying by taking in all the commercials, all the ads that you see, right? So, however, as an advertiser in Nigeria, you're probably spending a lot less than a US advertiser is spending, right?
We don't even have TikTok in Nigeria, so
we don't even have that. TikTok is probably a bad example. A good example is YouTube. In terms of like advertisement on YouTube versus advertisements in the US, like US views always accumulate to more dollars than the Nigerian views would in that case, and it's aligned with so many other platforms. It's a whole reflection of the economies, basically.
That makes sense though. I don't think it's a bad move. I think we I wouldn't say we need it, but it's nice to have.
No, I think what, and I don't even know how else, because yes, what you're asking is what are the benefits of having a billboard in the space. I think yes, on a global scale, even though Turntable was offering this for artists to be able to hold up as leverage, say they have a song that is charting well, and they can reference Turntable as a point to say, hey, I'm doing well, I'm performing well. Or in this case, they have more to reference now, not just Turntable. They have another another identity, another brand that frankly is, and then this is no disrespect to KD and all his efforts, but it's frankly, obviously, a much more globally recognized brand, right? In terms of charting. So it's, I guess that I can see directly as a benefit for artists. I think that's the first benefit that I can think of overall. But other than that, maybe there's more documentation, which is good. Turntable now can also use that as a point of like compare and contrast in terms of data collection. They can explore different forms of data collection. It can obviously stimulate a lot more healthy competition, like KD said, about data collection. Now, Turntable might strive more to expand beyond certain shows that they're collecting data from, you know what I mean? So there's many ways that their invitation here can be a good boost overall.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think those are the ways I can think of directly.
I also don't think. Sorry, this is my last
Yeah, no problem.
Like, well, how well Billboard? Okay, I'm just speaking in like this perspective of Nigeria. I know you said it's Billboard Africa,
Right?
but like, I think how big or important Billboard would be when it comes to like referencing like the official chart system in Nigeria would depend on Nigerians. But I know we have some sort of inferiority complex that everything foreign is better.
Yeah.
So sometimes instead of going to turntable charts, we would now be going to Billboard.
Right.
But I'm just hoping that we decide to support our own, because yeah, even though Billboard is in the UK, when you're talking about official charts, you don't really think Billboard UK. You think the UK official.
The official charts, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just hoping that we try to push that.
Gotcha. That's a good point actually, because to be honest, that's why I would ask about Billboard UK, because I know the official charts in the UK, right? But I don't know that there's actually a Billboard UK specifically. And this Billboard UK, do they also chart as well? Do they have a chart? Like
yeah, they do. But like even for every European country I can think of, we don't think Billboard of those countries, but there's Billboard France too.
Yeah, there's Billboard France, right?
So like they are not if you want the most authentic.
Billboard France just started now. They just started.
Right.
Okay, sure.
They just launched
Fair
it.
enough.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But like, I still don't think that in the long run, all of a sudden they would just shift to Billboard as their go-to charts. But like, I'm just hoping that we support our own. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Appreciate that, Ms. Taiwo. Welcome, Belema. Hello. Reporting from the Queensland, or sorry, rather the Kingsland.
From the UK.
Belema, can you hear us? Okay, we'll come back to Belema, man. Real quick, still on the Billboard discussion. I know Ginger has also been here. I don't know if you wanted to add to the conversation or.
Yeah.
Okay, magnificent too. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. It's been a minute, anyways. I think that the whole Billboard announcement thingy is. I think they did France not long ago, and they used somebody for the cover. I think it was Burna Boy. It was more like the magazine stuff.
Okay.
When they launched Billboard France, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, announcing.
Do you see that being the case here?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's more like it's going to be more on the editorial side, where you have mags, cover shoots, stuff like that. For the time being, I don't think chatting would be like the main course for now. I don't know what their plans are, maybe going further, but for now I feel like maybe that would be the idea. Obviously it's going to have its base in South Africa, because the editor in chief is South African.
Yeah, and he's a former GQ editor, right?
Yeah. So I guess it's more more of magazine stuff than maybe chat, because if they're gonna do all of that, I think it would take a whole lot of, it would be a whole lot of work for
It'll take a
them.
lot of groundwork, man. A lot of
Yeah,
groundwork.
yeah, it would be a lot
Yeah.
of work, because how do you cover 54 countries?
Yeah.
That's the point. How do you cover 54 countries? How do you if you're not even going to go 54 countries, how do you cover at least 16 to 20 of the major ones that are making music, that are out there? How do you do that? How do you put it on the chart? That's the point. So I guess that would be like a major work for them. I don't think they would come and then hit the ground running. But anyways, I think it still boils down to us. I like the idea that everybody was already, quoting them and saying we have turntable chat, we have turntable chat. I like that. It kind of like shows that, okay, yeah, people kind of still have like, or recognize that we have a thing going here already. So if we can continually, like I think Tyro was saying, if we can continually back our own thing, I think that it wouldn't be a problem as a competition for what we got going on. Do you get?
Yeah.
So if everybody rallies around and say, this is our shit, this is what we definitely look up to per se when it comes to, and if our so-called big guys or big guns can put a stance to it as well, put a stamp to it and say, this is it, this is what, take a screenshot when they chat or when they top the chat on our chats here and say this is their own stuff, you get.
Yeah.
It will go a long way. You feel me? So I guess that's the only thing that should be, obviously, like KD has said too, you should be ready for a healthy competition. I think the only difference is that they will be coming with probably massive funds, obviously,
Right.
and would definitely want to, load the continent with a lot of it. But I think it's a welcome idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's the only thing I'm just envisaging in my mind is how are they going to cover all of us, South Africa,
Yeah.
Kenya,
Yeah.
Tanzania, and their music. And Tanzania has like different guys. They have people making R&B there. They have people
Yeah.
making their sound that they make and their traditional one, stuff like that. And then you go to Morocco that has
Yeah.
like various sound, and then Tuareg music as well. How do you cover that and whatnot? So
Yeah.
it's
It's gonna be
to
a
me, I
lot,
just feel
man.
like it's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be very,
It's a
very
lot
much.
thinking about it. Like, cause even Ghana too, they have their own scene and their space. Like, come on.
Bro,
Yeah. There's still
Senegal is there too
Senegal. Yeah.
with
Yeah.
all the francophone guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's a
it's
bit
going
more
to
cut up
be
for them.
a difficult one.
All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it on that one, Ginger. Genio, what's up, man?
Hi guys, how you doing everyone? I raised my hand.
Sorry, magnificent. Genio was probably. I should have called Genio before Ginger actually, but don't mind me, guys. We can just keep it snappy so we can allow for everyone to speak basically. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Genio, what's up, man?
Yeah, good. Hope everybody's doing well.
Your audio.
Yeah, it's bad, K.
It could be clearer, but go ahead though.
Please
if
manage
you can.
it.
Yeah, we manage it.
Oh, yeah, so, shout out to TTC for everything they've been doing, 100%. I mean, the work and vision is insane. For a country like Nigeria, it's hard to have an idea and stick to it and be consistent with it.
Yeah.
So that's like props to them first.
Yeah, man.
Then, I mean, when I saw the news about Billboard Africa, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And yeah, the first thing that came into mind is how you're going to come up with 4 countries, 100%. And like you guys said, like maybe it's going to be an editorial thing, more like magazine stuff, but I mean, they mentioned the charts in the piece or the article they released. So definitely the chart is definitely something that they have in mind. But what I see about it is it's going to take a lot of groundwork, like Emmanuel said. It's going to be them having contact with almost every of these countries. I don't know if it's going to rely mostly on DSPs and what's going on in I don't know, maybe it's going to rely more on that, but I feel like they have to make contact with radios,
Yeah.
checking how much, like what they're doing locally to have a very structured and transparent charting.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. So definitely it's going to bring visibility. It's the billboard. It's globally recognized. So I feel like that's one thing that's going to bring visibility more to the local scene in terms of, I mean, they have, to be honest, I'm not really concerned. As much as I'm concerned about the way they will cover the 12 countries, and I'm like, okay, they have people that Arabia that's covering about 200 territories. Like, okay, if they're very intentional about it, let me think they could work. And in terms of collaboration, I see them working with DTC to be honest. Even though KD said they won't, they're not looking for collaboration, I'm like, okay, definitely, if it's going to work, I see DTC as one of the most instrumental platforms to cover Nigerian streaming or music consumption.
Yeah.
So I feel like there'll be, at some point, there has to be a collab. So even if it's not like a collab, there's at least be data in how they get the most genuine data, you know. So it's like at the end of the day, it has to be like that.
Yeah.
So and I'm looking forward to how they run it, and I'm also looking at, because over the years people feel like but there've also been other countries that have been defunct too. So I mean, they've launched Billboard Greece before.
Sorry, there've been other countries that what?
That they've launched and they've gone defunct, like totally just went redundant. So it's something that if they don't get right, they can actually cancel it. So because I like looking at the good side and the bad side also. They launched Billboard Greece, and there was Indonesia, there was Thailand at some point. Like, you know, there were some countries that they tried to break into the market that was booming there at that point, but they couldn't keep up and it had to be just left. So you guys should not put too much hope on it if they can't get as much data or be as transparent as they want to be. It's something that could also fall into flames. You get?
Yeah.
So, but shout out to Billboard. I like the way they're breaking into market. They also want to expand. They launched Billboard France. I'm seeing a lot of stuff on the tail about, why not Billboard Nigeria? I don't like, come on. Even if they're going to get into an African country, I'm sure it's going to be good SE first.
SE,
they're going to go to South Africa first.
Yeah.
So you guys, let's just stop that main character syndrome that we always have. Just chill first. You don't have the best structure in Africa. So let's just, it's good that the innovation is there. Yeah. Let's see how it works. Let's see the metrics we go with. And wish them all the luck.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Magnificent.
Yeah, finally.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, I was looking at this old Billboard thing, and like you said earlier, hopefully it's just a magazine, and if not, then, like Katie said, I really hope it's going to be an LD competition, not a collaboration between Billboard and Turntable, because it's kind of, we all knew this was going to happen at some point. Because the Western world and the affiliation with the African music industry has been more pronounced in the recent years. We've had the Grammys give us a category. We've had the BET do that. We even have Spotify.
Also, just to add to your point, the Grammys are even flirting with the idea of an African Grammys as well. Like.
Yeah. I mean that would probably happen at some point with like the Latin.
Yeah, like the Latin. Yeah.
The idea actually was put in motion, but they messed it up in Kenya. So, in one of these countries, BN talked about it on Breakfast Club.
Okay.
They kind of messed it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we even have. I think Spotify opened the office in Ghana recently. I don't know if that happened or maybe I'm just thinking about it, but something like that wasn't. There were talks about it. So Billboard coming to Africa, it's no surprise, and it kind of feels like a sting, because the way the Western world usually, the complaints we've always had about, everyone that sings Nigerian music everyone that sings in Nigeria is automatically an Afrobeat artist, or everyone Africa is one country on its own, so it kind
Right,
of
right.
seems that way. But at the same time, you look at it, when they announced it, everyone was saying, yeah, we have turntable. Yeah, we have turntable, and I really, really love the idea of turntable. But looking at the bright side of it, because I want to look like a glass half full kind of person, it gives other country a chance on the Billboard. Ghana, I don't think Ghana have an official chart, or countries like Kenya or Tanzania, as everyone has mentioned. I think it's going to give them a chance to also, see what their numbers are and all of this. Because I think aside from the DSP's chart, the Apple Music and Spotify, I don't think any of these countries, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, even Senegal, and Central Africa, I don't think they have any charts
Right.
like that. I think South Africa does. And aside from South
Yeah, I think
Africa,
South Africa, yeah, is the only
yeah, and
one
the
that comes to mind.
Egypt. I think there's one in Egypt. There's also one in Morocco. I don't think there's any more official music charts in Nigeria, in Africa, and I think this also helps with documenting the music numbers and all of this. But the downside of it again is we've been complaining that Afrobeat is getting watered down. Everyone is trying to pander to the Western audience. And I don't know. I feel like the introduction of Billboard is going to kind of make it worse. There's a risk of cultural commodification, if that
Right,
makes sense.
right, right,
I
right.
mean, the global spotlights might lead to like the commercialization of African music to dilute the authentic and natural element of the sound. Everyone wants to cater to the Western. I mean, that's happening already now, and I feel like it's just going to hasten the process, and we would probably in 5-10 years we would have like 10 Playboy carties in Lagos. Everyone wants to sound like what's on the chart, and
But that
uh
won't get into
also,
charts though.
yeah, also I gave when I said one of the upside of it is like the representation. I feel like that's also like a downside because it's going to be unequal. Because at the end of the day, if there's a Billboard Africa now, I kid you, it's going to, if you get a Billboard Africa now, and then you we have the old chart now, it's all running now, and then we have turntable also doing their thing. If you compare it's going to be similar because we are still going to be it's still going to be mostly Nigerian dominated. We're going to be probably seeing Fola there again as usual, because I don't know what's going on with him these days. We're going to be seeing Fola, we're going to be seeing Kiss Daniel, Asake, and the rest of them, like as usual. And probably the only foreign artist in Africa that is probably going to pull in the fight is Tyler. But at the same time, I feel like KD said, the competition should be there, but no collaboration. I don't want any turntable Billboard nonsense. Made they be their day, because I've been trying to be positive all along, but let's be real, this shit is not going to last. It's just, they should just stick to the magazine. They should use Ashake as the cover. They should do interviews and this thing with the charts whole thing. If it happens, then good and fine. They're going to find a way to refine it. If it doesn't happen, like you said, we have turntable.
Yeah, man.
Wait, I have a question for Magnificent. I have a question.
Yeah, real quick, go ahead.
Is the collaboration going to kill turntable? Because like you're so against it.
You
That's the
say
question.
heal
Like,
or kill?
kill.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's the worst that could happen to TTC with a Billboard collaboration with them?
A Billboard collaboration, in the long run,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
he doesn't say it as lasting then.
it will kill turntable, because it's going to create an ecosystem. It's going to create an environment where obviously Billboard is bringing the most money. They are going to dictate how the chart is going to be.
And it's gonna be
Because-
that dependency on Billboard.
yeah. It's going to build the dependency. Yeah, like you said, the only thing they are going to take from turntable is the platform we've already created within Nigeria. You know, the turntable website is, I think, one of the most.
Oh, you guys think you guys are saying it like Billboard will truly like revamp, so it will not exist anymore. No, okay, now I get that point. What me I'm saying is like
No, a collaboration. It will start off as a collaboration. I promise you, it's going to start off as a collaboration. You're probably going to be seeing things like Turntable X Billboard. It's going to start off.
no,
like that.
that's not even my point. You know, like we said before, UK has an official chart.
Right.
Like you have a UK official and you have a Billboard stuff. That's why I'm like, yeah, we are still going to have TTC documenting everything music consumption in Nigeria. But to also get a proper transparent data, you have to have the data that TTC also presents that they have. Then it's going to like be useful to them. That's why I say the collaboration. I'm not saying a BBC X TTC chart. I'm saying the collaboration in terms of okay, TTC provides those data. Then Billboard has the platform to also like there's a way they can link up editorials, magazines, like that's the collaboration I mean. I don't mean like
and that sounds like a merger. What you describe sounds like a merger, right? Like a full blown.
It's not even a merger. What you just described is most likely like a parasitic relationship, because what's Turntable gaining from that situation? Billboard is getting Turntable's data, the information.
It's not only data, you're getting hard-end work.
Yeah, I mean 5 years of work that I've gone into.
Yeah. So what is Turntable's gain? I don't think at the end of the day it's not mostly about money and everything. It's also about like the work you put into it. So if it's going to happen, it's probably going to be most likely a symbiotic relationship where both of them gain something. But from what you described, where we are giving where Turntable is giving the data to Billboard to this, I don't know what Turntable stands to gain from that relationship, to be honest. That's why I've thought about it. That's why I think everyone should do their day. Watch Billboard die in Africa.
Yo,
wow, that's serious. That's serious.
It's going to happen at some point because it's you would see, and it's not about being the center of like attention and everything. It's going to, the whole chart is going to depend on Nigeria and Tyler. That's how it's going to be. I'm sorry.
What do you mean by it's going to depend on?
See, here's what it's.
My goodness, man, this guy's killing me, bro.
50 artists or songs. We already know that like 35 will go to Nigeria.
Wait, are you guys speaking if there was like one
yes, like
there's one singular chart to cover Africa? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, dominated by Nigeria.
Nah, that's a silly premise. It doesn't even make sense. It's a weird structure to have one singular like chart.
Yeah, it will mostly be Nigerians and like American rappers.
I mean, like I said, they already have Billboard Arabia. That's why I'm like, definitely, it already exists. A chart like that already exists.
Wait, it's all of the Arab world.
Exactly, they cover 200 territories on Billboard Arabia.
Wait, and it's all in one chart?
Yeah, check it out.
Wait, Jenny, which chart are you talking about?
Billboard Arabia.
Billboard Arabia, and it's a hot.
Billboard Arabia covers 200 territories, and it also covers the MENA chart too. So that's why I'm like, this thing already exists. So it's just like, I don't know.
Because to be honest, if you actually look at all the African, like even if there was a point where you look at Ghana's top 50 songs and most of it is Nigerian music. Now combine all the African
exactly. I mean, that's exactly what's happening with Billboard Arabia. So it's mostly populated by I think it's Saudi or something like. There's a proper like side that actually covers almost everything. They have like the prominent ones. So at the end of the day, that's what it boiled down.
Yeah, but it just seems rather.
It seems iffy, but you know.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
If you want to look at it on a smaller scale of like maybe I think 50-20 songs, just look at Spotify's African hits. Like most of it is Nigerian, and then you have like just a few South African songs, or maybe something from like Kenya or Tanzania.
Yeah.
But like most of it, I think right now is becoming more diverse. But there was a point where out of all the 50 songs, 45 of them were Nigerian. And that's not an exaggeration.
So are we sure this Arabia chart? So because Junior brought it up, are we sure this Arabia chart is not a same way we have Billboard like Afrobeats chart? It's like how they're still covering the consumption within the US, but it's like Arabian music, right? Like, is that what it is, or versus it's going to?
It's not Billboard Arabia. It's Billboard Arabic.
Sorry,
So
Billboard
like
Arabic.
Arabia,
Billboard Arabic were 800. Yes. So yeah. So I'm trying to clarify the difference. Is it covering the U.S. market, or it's going to individual Arab countries and documenting those
Arab countries. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's why you see most people talking the Billboard Arabia mostly Egyptians, because that's where like they make the more like they have the most structure and I say poppy music. So like you see the chart is mostly led by Egyptian singers and artists. So that's what definitely.
So how would that now? I guess they'll focus on sub-Saharan then. In this case, right? To be more sub-Saharan, because they're already covering some Arab countries, which include some African countries. So it's like. So it's it's a bit interesting for sure. So yeah, I think it makes sense that's how, if they're going to focus on a chart, like it would take shape in that form. And yeah, I guess it'd be interesting. It would be Nigerian artists and Tyler. I'm kidding. It's not. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. But it would be like, yeah, it would be Nigerian and a few other countries, of course. But yeah, we'll see, Sha. Anyway, any other thoughts on this one? Dante, I know you had your hand up.
Yeah. So, Junior kind of gave more context to how I wanted to present it, but
yeah,
the chart, if there is a chart, it's gonna be based on metrics like numbers, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so I'm even trying to think how that chart is gonna relate to like Billboard Afrobeats, but because that's like an American.
Yeah, but that's an American chart. Yeah.
Yeah, so just kind of like, everybody's going to present their back end if we are focusing only on streaming, for example, and that determines what's there. So it's people with the highest numbers. So it's kind of, as much as I don't know everybody's numbers, I know Nigeria's numbers is like high. We can't just like assume that it's only gonna be.
Yeah, I know, but it's just better, bro. I don't know what exactly it's gonna look like actually, but we'll see.
So that's just what I wanted to.
Okay, appreciate it. No worries. KD, real quick. I know.
Can I also say something? Okay, go on.
Sorry, I know. Just on a quick note, KD. And then we get to Pride and other speakers just in case. But KD, do you want to respond to the conversation so far?
Oh yeah, I mean, I just wanted to like give like an idea of what they've done. Like, there's a Billboard South Africa chant already.
Okay.
So, and it's just like a page on their website, and they would have that for a couple other countries. I assume that's what they would do. I mean, all of it will be probably categorized as Billboard Africa. I mean, they have a Billboard Africa now. There will be websites for that, and they will have different countries. I mean, at least the major ones, and they will just put it that way. If they do, the issue with doing a combined chart is just that combined charts means that you have to, because each country will have its own weighted average for like what the weight system would be.
Right.
So, for example, now a song like let me just give an example of like the Burna Boy song with Travis Scott. So it has like for Apple Music, it has like 350,000 streams in the last tracking week from Nigeria. I'm not sure that's entirely correct because I can't remember the exact numbers now, and I don't want to try and check so I don't waste time.
Right.
And then in Kenya it has 18,000, and in South Africa it has 18,000. In Kenya it has 9,000, and in Ghana it has 3,000. Now you can just add those numbers, like I say, 30,000 plus 45,000 plus 15 plus 9.
Right.
So that's where the issue is, because you have to weight. So the weights will now be based on like a combination of user base plus how much those streams translate to, like in value for the artist. So
dollars, right?
Yeah, so that might probably be the reason why they can't do it. But then they've already done a global chart. I mean, I doubt there's a lot of African countries contributing to that. So Anyways, that's the headache they'll figure out. But
Good point.
ultimately, that's the challenges with creating like an aggregated chart. At least I know that's why we don't have an aggregated chart for Africa, because of how to weigh the different countries. Because if you lump the streams together, it's just going to be a Nigerian chart. Like the numbers coming from other African countries
Yeah, it wouldn't
reflect
matter. Yeah.
at all, because it's too like the number one song in South Africa has like 40,000 streams, and the number 200 song in Nigeria has the same number. Like it's pointless. Like you won't appear on the chart if it's just be Nigeria. So
Right. All right.
so it's the weight that would like create a problem, and the weights will now they'll figure out. You have to compare a lot of finances and how to like what it generates, and then I don't see how they will compare like the freemium with the premium, and then there's the issue of radio, because Billboard elects like the Billboard always combine their streaming and radio charts. I mean, I assume that's what they want to do for other countries.
Right.
So, and then you can't combine spins with streams. Like you have to compare. You have to combine. You have to find like an indigenous audience measurement system for each of these countries, and that's another problem on its own. So
Yeah. Yeah.
ideally they would do like a country by country chart, and they would lump all of it as like under a website called Billboard Africa.
Right.
I think that's the smart way. If I was in the team, that's how I would go about it.
Gotcha. All
That's
right.
how turntable would go about it. So yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, good point to know, especially about weighing each country and weighing each. It's to be a lot more work for sure, like you said. But sure, man. I appreciate that insight. I know we have Pride and then some other speakers as well, and I think Adai was here as well. But yes, man. Pride, what's up? Pride, are you there?
Oh yes, sorry. I just wanted to unmute myself.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, I really have a different take on the Billboard Africa issue.
Yeah, man. Let's hear it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it from different perspectives. You know, to the best of my knowledge, right? I don't think it is limited only to the charts, right? I think they're looking at, you know, editorial content as well, you know, interviews, you know,
News, yeah.
exclusive events and stuff like that. And we can't just, you know, box them only into the charts, right? That's the first way I look at it.
For sure.
I also look at it in terms of the competition which it will bring. Okay, so I'm just looking at it like overall is definitely going to raise the bar, right? So which means I'm foreseeing us having, you know, kind of like better tracking and reporting, you know, probably more regular and consistent content, you know. I'm seeing much more investment probably in analytic tools, you know. I'm seeing probably more better data-driven decisions for A&R people, for those who are into marketing, for those who are doing tours and the rest.
Right.
But then for me, I mean, I'm kind of like an investment. I'm a money guy. It's actually a massive validation for the sector. Okay, a validation as in the folks who have invested in this, right? It's a kind of a validation, even though it's foreign direct investment, but it's kind of a validation for us within the continent to actually understand we can also invest in this, right? So this is a good validation maybe for local platforms who want to raise funds, who are looking forward to partners. You know, people can talk to telecoms now, you know, be it, you know, I think like it builds stronger credibility, you know, for the data ecosystem. That's what I think it does.
Right.
Because before that, I don't think anybody was looking at it like, well, this is something which you can invest in, you know. And I think that there is also an opportunity, right, say for other players who are into the market. So for example, if you want to look at it, right, there is turntables, of course. I mean, I think South Africa has the radio monitor, I think.
Right.
Then I think East Africa has this one they call, I don't know if it's called the Dundo Chart or something like that. Then there is Trace Africa, which is also Pan-African. I think Boomplay has their charts as well. What it does for me is it actually gives much more visibility. So right now we'll be able to have probably much more visibility because it is really going to kind of like aggregate. So basically, it's probably going to be getting aggregated data from across platforms, right, into one. I see improved transparency, and maybe it can develop into maybe an industry standard in terms of methodology. How do we do it? Because this is always a conundrum. How do you get to number 1 to 10? How do you get to number 1 to 20? What are the parameters which you use? Right now, with more visibility, I think there is a possibility for kind of like a standard to be developed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they've already established the standard. Like, I mean, to be fair to them, like Billboard, the US is the standard that a lot of countries around the world like kind of look to and emulate. And I think that's the standard as far as that point in terms of methodology. I think it's been pretty set in stone with how charts work in general.
Exactly. And there's also room for diversification of content. Maybe they can start ranking producers, maybe they can start ranking songwriters, maybe they can start ranking genres.
Yeah, Turntable does that.
Start ranking music videos, all of that.
Yeah.
But then I think there is still room for collaboration. I mean, there is this adage about, it means one person is going to swallow the other person. No, I think there is room for collaboration, right? It's something which I know Turntables is involved, but then if I were them, right, I will have an open mind towards it, right? I'll have an open mind towards it, right? There's an open mind towards it regarding, because there is actually something unique about what they bring, okay? So, for example, Turntables will definitely have like better cultural insights, better grassroots connections, they have better coverage of non-mainstream genres like Fuji or High Life or like these charts were already existing. They have better, outreach, which they can leverage if it comes to a conversation about, collaboration. But then from a holistic perspective, I look at it more as in, right, it is a validation for music from the continent. If people are already investing into it, it means that they're seeing something into it. And it is attractive now for other domestic direct investors to actually start looking at the market. Before going to people, investors and money guys and telling them about investing in business, they think, well, it's not something which we can do. But then if people are beginning to start investing in it, then I think it would kind of encourage, it would kind of ignite that appetite for domestic direct investment in the music and in the content scene in the continent. So I have a much more positive outlook towards it, and I'm really, really excited on how it is going to develop. Yeah, that's what I think.
All right, no point, no issue at all with some of the points you raised. I think you kind of joined us late, but yeah, a lot of those points we definitely I raised about it being mostly editorial and just covering much more than charts. And for sure, yes, it's going to bring a lot more, I guess, quote unquote validation, with lack of a better word, to the space. So yeah, man, you're not wrong in those instances. But yeah, I don't know if you heard from KD initially, but yeah, the point about collaboration, I kind of asked it already. But as far as we do know, yeah, Turntable is Turntable and going to stand as Turntable for a while, but we'll see. We'll see how. Yeah, Kay, did you want to respond to anything?
Sorry, Manu, just to like chime in because of the collaboration thing keeps like coming up. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm saying like it's very unlikely that there's going to be like collaboration is because there's a in-house Billboard policy that doesn't even allow that.
Okay.
So like I don't know, like I don't see them having to change it. Like. And there's not any country that they've gone to that they've done that. So, like, I don't see why they would want to change it. Switch. I mean, there's that, and then there's also the part where collaborating sort of erodes what like either of them are doing, and like
Right.
what's the point? Like, why are you collaborating when, like, especially when you've gone to the market already, and then you now realize that we should collaborate instead.
Yeah.
I mean, it does happen because it has happened in history, like in the UK, where all the charts that were together combined into one and became like what the UK official chart is now. But I don't see that happening because it's not. That's a better society that knows how to do things. Not, I don't see Nigerian just deciding to wake up one day and say, okay, let's stop all this. And so I don't.
Right.
So it's those two reasons that I'm saying, like, it's their policy doesn't allow that for them to collaborate. I mean, at least that's what's shared. And
Right.
in terms of dynamics, like it doesn't work for either company to collaborate and try and do things because you're putting the same product out. Like, how do you collaborate? Like, in terms of, because at the end of the day, what you want is to be the last man standing kind of thing. So
Yeah.
quite, yeah.
All right. So healthy competition is where it sounds like, and the direction
Yeah.
it is going
I do.
forward. Yeah. And it's interesting because, yeah, I guess what would be their policy about going into other territories, because they have gone into other territories and come to find out, like you're saying, like they typically don't assimilate or collaborate with any of the local territories or actors.
Yeah,
in
they
that
just
space.
create theirs and they move on with their business. So
Yeah.
I think the thing that I would like to see the most is what their own like formula and methodology would be for like a chat for Nigeria. Like, I think that's what I would like to see.
Okay. Yeah. So
Because
to
that way, yeah, we like, if there's a need to adjust on our end, we could.
Gotcha. So to Pride's point, absolutely on the methodology when it comes to how they do.
The policies and the methodology that they will adopt is like what I would be interested to see. Like, would they have the current chat rules? Like, what would theirs be? Is there going to be limits to? So like, those are the things. Like, it's more of how they adopt to the markets more than, yeah, like that's what I would like to see, because it will be interesting to see how they approach it. Like, would they make it streaming only for their like chats, or would it be streaming plus radio? Would it be streaming weighing higher than radio? Like, those kind of things. Like, those are the. But I guess, I mean, those are just because of, I mean, we would want to see what methodology that they're trying to use to, and that will help in how we also review like our own policies going forward and all of that.
Gotcha. Yeah. So good. So it is a good thing. Bottom line, at the end of the day, man. I think there's more positives than it is setbacks. Yeah.
I would like it makes sense that there's something like that, because it's like, yeah. Anyways, let me just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Makes sense.
Having them around makes sense. Yeah.
Awesome stuff, man. All right, man. Appreciate everyone that's able to adding on the Billboard conversation. I know, I don't know, because I saw it there earlier, but I don't know if he wanted to share something, but I don't think I see him anymore. But yeah, we can pivot to, Soundman Picasso.
Hi, GM, to everybody, and big up to Iman for hosting this space, and thanks for the short,
appreciate you, man.
For letting me come up. I just left the studio myself. I'm a musician in the United States, and I just jumped on here for a second. The Billboard Africa thing, and I'll keep it like 1 minute, sir.
Yes.
It's just a positive step to at least trying to understand these data points that everybody has been talking about, the parameters, the blogging, the streaming, the online presence with a lot of this music. I mean, remember when they created like the 5 African music categories with the Grammys? And I also remember the first time I saw Shady Vibes on like Billboard something. This was like years ago when he was breaking out here in America. And I just kind of kept, keeping tabs on him, because I was like, this is pretty interesting that this data is being collected. Besides being a musician, I'm a computer scientist and I love data. So I feel like the bridge between technology and music is what, I mean, the Turntable guys already been doing that. Trust me, I've heard a lot about the good stuff they've been doing. And this just gives us better, you could say, information, I would say, and visibility, like most people have been saying. It is a positive step towards trying to understand the whole cluster of different kinds of African music that's coming out of Africa and the diaspora itself. That's all I have to say, sir.
All right. No, valid. Absolutely. Valid points. Thank you so much for that, Soundman.
Thank you, and big up to Wizkid, man. I wish I went to the Tribeca thing, man.
Yeah. It would have been great.
Right now, man.
It would have been great if we had someone that was able to visit.
I'm not anywhere close to New York, but
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. It is worth the $350. I'd rather go to that. And I don't want to say that this is my 2 cents than a concert right now. That's just my 2 cents. I've been to concerts.
Yeah.
But I'll let you carry on, my
Yeah. Nah, that's hilarious that you said that. But yeah, I remember seeing
just
those
honest thoughts, my guy.
Yeah, no.
A lot of like back and forth with concert shows.
Yeah.
I just want to understand this documentary because I will give you guys just my honest thoughts. I actually met Wizkid one-on-one, one of his first visits to America right before Akon signed him. Like I was with him, we were in a hookah bar, we were chilling, and then big up to Akon, he ended up mentoring me. So I'm just a bit excited anytime that anything is done for African music that covers both worlds.
Gotcha.
Because I'm in the United States words. And big up to what you guys are doing with the space. I'm gonna try to, show up more.
Appreciate
as an artist that's trying to understand the ecosystem because it's gonna keep going, guys. But big up to Wizkid for that. He's trying something else, and it might super work.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, it's a great segue, even though we're about to divert into the Rema topic. But just quickly, I don't know if anyone got to catch wind of it, but Wizkid has a documentary that I don't know if it's been announced which other mediums are going to be seeing the documentary outside of the festival. Does anyone have any knowledge on that yet?
I mean, it might be on Netflix, and
Netflix?
I was just doing my research on it. It might be, sir.
Awesome.
This is something new. Like, you have to understand the way streaming is. Like, all I know is that there's no way Wizkid will pivot. And sorry, I'm using that word a lot. Sorry. There's no way he will pivot to something like that if he doesn't see it as I'll use an LAX example because I study artists too. I mean, you can't try to be in a business if you don't understand the art and the business. These things work hand in hand. I learned that from Akon. There's no way Wizkid doesn't having a lot of like bad press. I don't want to even use bad press. Any press is good press. And what he did this weekend is him still letting people know, hey man, I'm still that guy that can do stuff and roll out certain things in a certain way that might seem unorthodox to the average person, but it's still making a huge impact. I mean, if you do the math, look at the average tickets for a standard Afrobeat show in anywhere, and I'm talking UK, US, Nigeria, and compare that to what he just did. And I'll just leave you guys with that food of thought. But big ups, guys.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, looking forward to the documentary. It looks exciting. I think most of it kind of highlights is December. This past December that just came, we remember seeing him. Obviously, if you're in Lagos last December, you probably, I don't even know how I missed him because I wasn't at any stage that he was in, but it was very hard to miss essentially. Miss Wizkid that December. So it'll be interesting to see their coverage of his time in Lagos, and obviously documenting his greatness, his legacy overall. It's all parts of that, and we're looking forward to it when it comes out, man. Looking forward to it. Any other thoughts on?
I think he kind of sort of has the Tottenham Stadium.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Tottenham too. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
I guess, and I don't think he has basically said maybe he's coming out on a particular streaming platform yet, because normally if you're having, I don't know, if the documentary is supposed to be like, maybe already you have a deal with the streaming platform you get, that, okay, prior to going to Tribeca Film Festival, something like that.
But knowing Wizkid, sorry to jump in, you never know with Wizkid, man. He kind of pulled this one like out of nowhere too. So you don't know what's next. I was just suggesting because it
would be great for Netflix. Yeah,
you never know what.
I think he's still. I think he's still negotiating the.
Yes,
What happened is I was watching the video and some of from the stories on Niger and everything, and there was the what's his name? I think he's the CEO of like Netflix Africa, not CEO basically, but he's in charge of Netflix Africa. He was there. I've forgotten his name. The guy's a Kenyan guy. He was there. We also had the representative from Amazon Prime. We had people from YouTube. So I think they were just. It was kind of like a can festival to see who is going to.
Who is going to purchase it?
Yeah, ISB that takes it or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point. That's the point of these festivals too, right?
Yeah, that's that. I think that's the direction it's going to.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm leaning heavily towards Amazon, towards Prime Video.
Towards Prime getting the bid, right?
Yeah, because Netflix and Nigeria, the issue they've been having with with the new price increase and everything, it almost looks like Netflix wants to pull out of Nigeria completely. But Prime Video is still going on.
Yeah.
It's still going strong. So I think it's going to stick with Prime. If not, then maybe YouTube or something.
Gotcha. All right, man. Solid. On that note, we wanted to highlight Rema's second stop at the O2 Arena. Okay, Rema, Prince of Afrobeat. Okay, no more big threes, not a big four. You know.
Sir, I saw that, and I have to mention the bunch and his charismatic thing and what he did. That's all I want to say about that, because whatever the bunch did, I saw the video last night, and the bunch doing that further solidifies Rema as
like the co-sign,
who he is. Yeah, I gotta say that's my biggest highlight. I didn't watch the show. I'm in the United States.
Yeah.
But that caught my eye, man. Big up to the Coco Master. I've met the bunch too as well. He's exactly who he is.
What? Love it. Yeah, man. We have our UK correspondents that were actually at the show, and also wanted to share their own experience and perspective on the show. Magnificent and Miss Taiwo are here. I know Bellema was there, but I think she's having some networking issues. But yeah, man, Magnificent, open us, man. Like, how was the show in a nutshell?
Rema.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are no words. I don't want to say I came in with no expectations, because obviously Rema has given us. I was at the O2 in 2023 for his first one, so I already know what to expect with Rema. Okay. And then he just comes in and he outdid himself again. This at the start of the show, we were it was 8 already, and this is how you know a show is mostly African, because I was speaking to Ade. The Coco Bar had been saying, Rema is not going to be late, and from his track record, Rema is usually very early to his show.
This was run by Coco Bar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Once it's 8, Rema is always on stage. He's notorious for being an early performer, and one of those things. I hope other people take notes from him. So it was around 7:50, and the arena was like 25% full. People, I was like, what was going on? Because from the back end, from Coco Bar, the ticket was really almost sold out. And I was like, what's going on? This is 7:50. I don't think Rema is going to come out. And 8, and Rema came out at 8:35. And then once he came on stage, people started coming in. I think everyone was outside. No one wanted to come into the arena yet. And within 10 minutes, the whole place was packed up already. And he came in, he did his thing, he performed. There was no sound issue, because O2 is notorious for sound issues, but he never had any sound issues. Even we were like almost 20 miles away, the whole thing went good. He brought out just to note to everyone that's here, JS is still the world boss for all those vibe cartel nonsense. You just
relax, man. Relax.
If JS goes for 20 years and he comes back, he still runs London. No one is all this French and whoever are doing that. It's still JS, because JS is JS. He brought out JS. And the whole place went mad.
You wanted to break my head.
The whole place went mad. Everyone went crazy. And it brought out Benson too. They did their the song they had, the Fikowikon.
Yeah.
And I was really hoping he would bring out Charlie Poppy.
Did Benson perform other songs?
No,
It was just Pico
just
Rico?
yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping he was going to bring out Charlie, because when Beanie Boys came on, it was looking as if Charlie was going to come on at some point.
Yeah.
We didn't see Charlie. That was quite unfortunate.
Charlie not dey London now. If he dey US for
Yeah. I figured. If he was in London, he would definitely bring him out.
Yeah.
And I made a tweet during the show that, forget if we take out the numbers hype, the global hype, Rema in his mind, it feels like Uzeba is his biggest song, and he plays towards it.
Right.
He plays towards it. See, none of this calm down nonsense. Calm down.
No, but to be fair, this is the EA's tour, right? So he's going to highlight.
I know.
Yeah.
It's but in his mind, he knows. I feel like Ozeba is really, really proud of that song, because it did calm down mid sets, and normal reaction.
Yeah, he did it at the beginning. It was like the third song.
Yeah, same
normal
thing.
reaction.
Same
It was
thing,
calm down.
Yeah.
But the song he didn't perform was I think it was Egungun. He only did like the interlude, but he didn't really perform Egungun, which was quite sad.
Yeah,
but he performed almost 80% of the songs on EAs, which is, again, that's how you do an album tour. Because
did he perform Villain?
Yeah.
Did he perform Villain? Because he didn't perform Villain in Toronto, so I don't know if he performed it for you guys.
No, he did. He performed Villain. Yeah, he did.
Bro.
That's how
you guys get the best show, man.
Tour.
You guys get the best show every time.
That's how you do an album tour.
Fucking hate
you give us the album.
But it's just that you have to encounter a lot of bad vibes.
That's how you do. You give us the entire album. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
You call it an EE store, then do EEs for us. Then you can still add. There's no harm in giving us your best hit from the past, but if it's an EE store, give us EEs. If it's a 5-star, I want 5. Stop taking us back to day one. I know who I'm talking to. You don't want to take us back to day one.
Senator off mic.
If you want to do a show. Don't attach your album name to it. Then we'll come on this. Then you give us 3 songs. I know who I'm referring to. Everyone knows who I'm referring to. But I'm just.
You mentioned the album.
See, even if the album no blue, once you've attached your name, the album name on the song,
right,
on the tour, you
right,
bought the entire album. I came for Ease. Rema gave us Ease, and the highlight of the night was Coco Master.
Mad.
I wasn't expecting the band. He said, when he was introducing the band, he said, I think out of respect for the band, because he didn't want to say, I'm bringing the band. He said, this is someone who needs no introduction, which was quite. I like the way he did it. Like, it's almost like I don't need to introduce the band to you people. Mm-hmm. The band is the first artist to earn the certification in London, the first African artist or Nigerian artist, I don't know. So it was like, I don't need to introduce him to you. I was, in my mind, I was like, shit, is it Brunner? No, Brunner is in Lagos. Whiskey is in America. Ooh, I was thinking we were going to bring out a US act. And then we saw Coco Master come out and he performed the Oliver Twist, and that's how you know.
Of course.
Timeless records, because even the Brazilian lady that was behind me was even singing along, because everyone knew Oliver Twist, and he did his thing. He performed on time. He left on time. The show was normal, the normal length, but yet it fell short because given perspective of time.
Right.
When the show started, we are almost at halftime of the Spain-Portugal match. When it finished, the match has not even ended. So if you use that perspective, it fell short.
Yeah, I guess because extra time though.
Yeah.
Extra time and penalties.
Yeah, but as I when the show ended, they were seeing like the second half of extra time. So it fell short in that sense, but it wasn't. And if we are only talking about the good part, we have to talk about like the negative aspect of it too.
Yeah.
And the only issue I had with the show was continuity. That's one thing That's one thing.
Why? Did you also have breaks in between? Like he had.
Yeah, and it was kind of upsetting.
Okay.
Because
Yeah. That was yeah.
You've put us in the mood already. I think he after he performed there was one of this is rave song he performed that everyone was already in the mood, and then he just disappeared, and then he came back with the whole string section when he performed about you and is it a crime?
Yeah, I think it seemed like the same like lineup with Toronto show too.
It felt like you are killing the vibe, man. You are killing it because everyone was already active already. Then you went in, and then everyone is the vibe is down again, and then you have to work really hard to bring everybody up to speed again.
Yeah.
You know, it was. It did it about 4 or 5 times. That when Ozeba came on in the ending, there was the vibe was almost dead. Everyone still did their thing to Ozeba, but it was everyone wasn't feeling it again. Before Ozeba even came, people were already leaving.
In the beginning.
Yeah, people were leaving. I don't know, maybe to catch the train or something. But at the time Ozeba came on, it felt really down already. But the one song on the album we didn't perform was the song with Crayon. Sorry, not the song with Crayon.
The song about Crayon. Now I know. Yeah, he didn't perform. Now I know. Yeah, he didn't perform. Now I know in ours.
Maybe it was he didn't want to bring everyone down.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that was my major. And it seemed like it was, again, there's so many parallels within the show here and what you're saying. Yeah, like he didn't perform the more let's say intimate songs because obviously these are big arenas, these are big spaces. So he is approaching it like he probably said the line, "This is not a concert, this is a party," right? He probably said that line.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Rema is just my last point. Rema is a very, very, very. See, I don't want to sound like I'm glazing someone that like I feel like I'm probably older than him. I'm not sure, but Rema is a very, very respectful boy.
Yes, he is.
You see, look, he's someone you'll be proud of to have as a son or a brother or even a father. Or
facts. No, for real.
Very, very. He came in and this is one thing other people should learn. He came in. He was like after I think he opened with
Macham.
Yeah, Macham. I came in and he was like, thank you everyone for coming to my show. I know the economy is difficult at the time, but you took your money out of your pocket in this trying time to come and see me. I really, really
basically acknowledging the fans and thanking them.
And if I even had any doubt about coming, because I didn't have any doubts, but if I had any doubt about coming to Rema or anything, I immediately said that you would just feel at peace because you know he understands like what the economy is saying. There's no money out there, there's no this, and he kind of he was in tune with it and he gave everyone his best. Some people more than other because some people took Breaking Bag. We're not going to talk about the misogyny of that. The misandrist, how misandrist that is because.
When keep jobs, he was just calling women. He said that true like woman, you be woman.
He gave someone Breaking Bag. And there's another guy there that was singing, but he didn't give that one back. He was calling him out, saying it looks like Odumodu or something. He didn't give that one back.
He didn't give that one. You should give me Rolex, Abby.
He gave person 5K Breaking Bag. All of us we gather come because we know deserve breaking, Abby, but no wala. And then the mannequin session, it felt weird. Honestly, I'm never going to lie. The mannequin session felt weird. I wanted to see it too. Another thing he's been doing is because he didn't want any confusion. Because when he debuted the mannequin, I think at MSG, the arrangement was like Wizkid, Brunner, then space for him, then he put Davido.
Put Davido on the right,
And then people were like, maybe Rema has decided that this is how the big three is. He's 3 and
it's number 3.
And then when he went to in Canada, he rearranged it again.
Yeah,
he put Davido first, and then in O2 he rearranged it again. I think he put himself. He put Wizkid, then he put himself, then he put David, then he put Brunner. But I think that's attention to details, to be honest. Because maybe like say Rema don't decide your own big 3 from arrangement. You know how these people are now. So, I think that was one thing that was overlooked. But Overall, it's 10/10. No notes. Just
Yeah.
the continuity issue. That's just it.
Gotcha. Love it. Appreciate the submission, magnificent. Real quick before we go to Miss Taiwo, and then we'll get Belema, of course. We got some insights on the Wizkid documentary. Just to confirm where the documentary is going to be situated. It was announced at the showing that it's going to be the HBO. It's going to be on HBO rather. When the
Nobody has that.
That's even better. Thank you for that.
So yeah, for sure. Sorry, someone wants to say something about that?
Taiwo wanted to say nobody has that.
Yes. Who has
It's going to be
HBO?
an HBO documentary.
No, because you have to understand. Look at Game of Thrones, guys. Like, come on, look at Game of Thrones. That's all
Who
I'm saying.
has HBO?
Oh, madam, everybody watches Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I guess.
No, people have to go and people. No,
Yeah.
you can't compare one Wizkid show to 8 years of Game of Thrones.
I'm
Like,
not
that's
doing
Game
that,
of
but
Thrones.
HBO has that subscriber base, though. That's what I'm
Wait, I
talking
think
No, yes, they do. They have the American subscriber base, but
No,
in
they have the
we to
world
have-
subscriber base. Not even America.
Oh,
the world.
Migwe. In the UK, they don't have the subscriber base.
I don't think they have
like
the
HBO.
strong.
Well, you gotta subscribe now, madam.
Yeah. Anyway, go and subscribe. I think.
I have to go and pay HBO money for
I
one
think
app.
HBO should
Don't worry,
have.
when people watch it and put it on illegal sites,
I
they
know.
watch it.
HBO be partnership with
No, but
DSTV too.
HBO has different like collaborations in different markets. Like in Canada, they have a collaboration with an entity called Crave. So to get HBO shows, you
Even
subscribe to
DSTV
Crave.
say.
Yeah, but
So
with DSTV
but
too.
in UK, there's another one that collabs with that has HBO
I
licenses.
think it's probably
Right?
Now TV or Sky TV, one of the two. But who is paying? What
Wait,
they have a
sorry.
lot, but
Yeah, it will be Showmax, right? It will be Showmax for Nigeria,
Yeah,
right?
Showmax, yeah.
For Nigeria, it will be
Yeah,
Showmax,
yeah.
right? For UK, it could be something else.
people used to annoy me.
Yeah.
HBO
Yeah.
is like the
Taiwo
least accessible streaming site.
rest.
Hello.
Don't worry, I'll watch it when I get to
not the
Nigeria.
least-
If na Bona, you go wrong go pay. If na Bona, you go wrong go pay.
If I
Anyway.
get paid for what?
Anyway,
No, that old guy, I will wait till that guy name. She go don't pay.
If na Bona, she go no go pay.
I don't
She go pay
die.
family plus.
But if there's anybody that would have thought that would have had a documentary first in
You thought
our
of
scene,
Burner,
I think
right?
it was Bonner.
Yeah.
He
we were
was Bonner,
saying it.
yeah.
But he has had
Because I
some
wanted
documentaries,
him to
right?
have had a documentary.
Anyway.
I thought he was gonna shoot a documentary while he was doing the London.
Yeah, why was doing all the stadium circuits and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did record, but we just don't know when it's gonna be out.
It's gonna be
They'll
out.
probably
Yeah.
release it at the end of his career.
Fair. I'll
At
take
the
it.
end?
I'll take that. Well, you say at the end.
end of
At the end
career.
sounds wild, but yeah.
Like when he decides to
Now when he
retire.
don't reach 100 years old, now he won't release documentary.
At the end sounds crazy, actually. Anyway, Sha. Anyway, yes, Belema. Yes, yeah, we can. Belema has limited time with us, so she can go with.
Sorry, I can't
Yeah.
talk for long.
Yeah.
First of all, I've lost my voice because
Hey God, see what the divine no cause though.
because I went to a rave last night, so I've lost my voice. I woke up this morning and I could not talk.
Hey,
That's the
yeah.
first part. The second part,
My boy made 30 plus people to be screaming.
Okay, stranger.
sure, I don't know what that is about. The second part to that is that sorry. Wizkid did not make documentary for you people. No this and no peace. You are not his audience. Let it go.
No, HBO is everywhere now.
No, it's not for everybody. Sometimes some things are not for you. No this and no peace. Miss Taiwo, I am so sorry. Last night was a mess. I couldn't see Miss Taiwo, but we
Yeah.
were both at Divine and we had the time of our lives. But sorry, London
Hey,
is a scary place.
Underground, what have you done?
Scary place. Some scary places call for quick exits. Divine is a star. Divine is a beautiful star. I'm obsessed with Daco. I love that I brought up Benson.
yeah.
Ugly Graham came out to tell us that he was dropping again very soon, which again, knowing Ugly Graham, that's never happening.
wait,
they
Ugly
brought
Graham.
out- J-Hus.
Right.
He
That's
did
J
say he
Horse
was
now.
back.
That's his handle.
He said he was back. That he's here to say, but I don't trust him.
Yeah, every 2 years, if they come back to tell us he's back, it's okay.
If he go jail again tomorrow,
Now.
I'll feed this guy now.
It's true. Also, last night I met Naye, and Naye and I raved
Wow.
crazy. Naye and I
ATTW
raved.
UK don't they? Okay, I see what it is.
So it was Naye, me, Elle, and
Nice.
Skoko.
Nice.
Everybody was raving. It was beautiful. It was fun. Had the time of our lives.
Try see for more.
The asses were shaking. The girls were winning Birkins. He was singing about AP, but he was wearing Richard Millie. But I think out of everything, also he brought out "He Who Shall Not Be Named" or whatever.
Yeah, Belema, what was your reaction?
You know what was so funny? Is
I have a video of her reaction.
Oh my god, that was.
Larry, please do not post that video. But also, what the most exciting reaction to "He Who Shall Not Be Named" was there was a girl that was standing in front of us, and the entire time he was on stage, she had her hands up in a "fuck you."
Oh.
I love it.
Oh wow.
The entire from the moment he got on stage till the very moment he left the stage, her finger was "fuck you" till he left. There were people singing along, there were people dancing, but then
Who is she talking about?
He who shall not be named.
Like you said, it's the badge.
Yeah. The point is that the energy was heavy on people booing and people singing along. It was a mixed crowd.
Interesting. So it was a mixed bag of reactions then, eh? Or I guess
there were some people, like, to be honest, there were some people singing along. I'm not saying there were people singing along, but there was around me. It was a lot of boos and "fuck you" and "why is this nigga here?" So there was that.
I was not in the safe place in that arena.
So it was cute. The Birkin was a nice touch. Everything was beautiful. It was a rave. It was fun. London is very multicultural, so obviously there were different kinds of people at the show. We were on the floor, so we were screaming. So I definitely lost my voice. But the highlight of the show, which I think a lot of people did not talk about, I don't know what people talked about or not, but really the highlight was the fact that Rema said he's dropping a new album and then he's disappearing for 3 years. And I think that is something that is worth paying attention to.
Okay, so he's dropping an album before the disappearance or after?
Before.
He did not.
Did he specify?
He didn't say that.
He didn't specify.
He's working on his album.
He said that he's not working. He's not releasing until he's 28.
Yeah, he said when he comes back, he will have.
I thought he said he's not touring until he's 28.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It was not very clear. It was not very clear.
What he said was, he's working on
let
the
Belema
album.
talk. Let Belema talk before the underground cut.
Sorry, yeah.
Please, begging, hold on. He said that he is currently working on his new album.
Right.
And then he's going to take a break until he's 28. And he's thinking 2 or 3 years. So he did not say if the album he says he's working on will come out before the break or if it will come out after the break. All he said was, I am working on my new album right now, and I'm thinking I'm gonna take a break for 2 to 3 years, come back when I'm 28, disappear for a while. So you guys are going to miss me. So that could mean he's working on an album now and he'll drop it and disappear, or he's working on an album that is gonna take 3 years to work on and he'll drop it.
So it's not clear then?
It's not very clear, but based on the way he spoke, it sounds like he wants to drop an album and then disappear. Anyway, the point is that I think that is a very important thing. He also pointed out the fact that a lot of people were not big on supporting who he is, but didn't believe in the concept of he is. but he loves that we are here right now and we are supporting it. And so shout out to Rema. I had the time of my life. I raved so much. I didn't think it was possible to lose my voice, but I have lost my voice. Shout out to you, Beverly. You're the best. It is officially my birthday in like 3 minutes, and I'm going to go see Beyonce.
Let's go.
And I'm going to go see Beyonce. I actually just left L, and I'm with like Skoko and a bunch of other people, but
nice.
I'm gonna go see Beyonce, and shout out to you, Beverly. I think we'll all jam at Beyonce.
Happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday then, Vilma, in a few minutes. But yes, man.
2
happy
minutes.
Birthday to
happy
you.
Birthday.
Appreciate you, man. All right, guys.
Happy birthday.
Lovely moment. Appreciate that, Belema. Yeah, man, we have other accounts on.
He's actually, so I just want to say something. He's actually dropping an album. There's an album coming soon. Yes. And then he's also, what he was saying about missing is that he's talking to the UK fans as well. Like, they will not see him for a while. He will be missing for a while. Like, performance-wise, shows-wise.
Right, to the UK specifically.
2 years time.
I mean, that's what I took at first until other people started talking that he's going on a break.
That's right. That's right. No, it's not entirely saying he's going on a break or whatever. I mean, that's what I heard from his camp. So he's dropping an album soon, and then
next year,
not touring for a minute on that part.
Right.
Like the UK fans will miss him for a while. Yeah.
All right.
Like that's his last show in the UK. That's what he meant.
Gotcha. Makes sense. The good stuff, man. I know Miss Taiwo wanted to give an account as well.
No. Sorry, yes, do you want comprehensive account or just talk about the performance?
Whichever one pleases you, man.
Okay, because I was debating if I should talk about the full experience or just the performance. Okay, Sha.
Yeah.
Let me start, Sha. I don't know. Maybe it was only my section, probably, because that middle section, I don't know which kind of hooligans decided to bring themselves to this show. But from the queue, from the queue, I don't know, there were just some behaviors that, and for a show, everything that happens surrounding the show, especially when you get to the arena, impacts how much you enjoy the show. But a staple of the British culture is queuing, knowing how to queue and knowing not to jump the queue. Tell me why some buffoons, you can see how jam-packed we are in this place and you're still carrying you and your 15 friends to the front. You're saying you have friend in front, there's no friend there. So like that just completely, we were in the queue for, I think, like 2 hours-ish, standing for maybe 1 hour something. And this, no decorum anyway. So we get in, people were still pushing. It's just, I don't know, I think it's just because this was a very different concert experience to what I'm used to. So I'm just shocked because, like, why are you guys pushing? Like, we are still going to go inside the same place. Anyway, let's now get to the people that were keeping the stage or the arena warm for Rema. I don't know what they were doing on that stage. The DJs were playing. I think we had about 3 DJs. They played the same 10 songs, and I'm not exaggerating. Same 10 songs.
Damn, no DJ etiquette?
Nothing. I think the only person that actually played a different set was Miss DSF.
Oh,
we even had the DJ YK Mule to came to come and play.
Yo, that's huge. That's huge. YK Mule in O2 Arena, man. That's fire.
We hear that he's there and like he's playing the same sets that almost everybody has played.
Interesting.
Same songs. It's just they were just doing. I'm so tired of this attitude of DJs doing what's it called, throwback for us. It's okay. We have so many new songs that we would like to hear. Like, how are you still playing the same? Ojo Elegba? You're like, still playing 2013 songs. Like, we're tired of like, it got to a point where...
Did they play Kukere at some point?
No, they didn't.
It's a reflection of the club scene, but that's just a conversation for another day.
Yes, it is, actually. Sorry, Titi. It got to a point where... And also, Cocoa Bar, they deserve some knock. I don't like it when you've been shouting at us for weeks. Come early, come early. Rema is not waiting for anybody. Come early, come early. They shouted in our ears. Okay.
My employer.
Sorry to them. They feel like I'm angry with them, but I'm not.
Magnificent.
But it's just constructive criticism, is it?
Anyway, my employers.
I'm not insulting them. But like, if you tell us that, if you have hammered it in my head, that this guy is coming at 8 p.m., you have been shouting. Rema is not waiting for anybody. Rema is not. You gave us the schedule. That's none of my business. That's 30 minutes. No, he didn't even come at 8. He came at 8:45. So it's a thing of like, see, the vibe was already dying.
I think Magnificent said it was like 25% like failed at that time, right?
Yeah, and like we had...
People were not in already, so what?
Not a lot of people were in. I don't know what they were doing.
So it makes sense why I guess it's difficult when.
Yeah, I get it, but like, Shebi, they said he's not waiting for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, but then again,
that would not mean you should not come out.
No, but it's supposed to ginger. The idea is to ginger people now. The idea is to ginger people to come in.
My thing is that the vibe completely died. Like, nobody was dancing. Like, in that front standing place. They played Everybody's Hands Go Up. And if you know, like, when that song plays, everybody's hands is up, everybody is vibing. See, I have the video. Nobody's hands were up. Like, do you know what point you would have gotten to?
Right.
That nobody's hand is up. Like, they were playing the same songs so much that at some point, I think they played last. But the reason why people shouted was like, it was a thank God another song type of shouts. Like, bro, give us something different. And then, I don't know, it was just funny sometimes, because sometimes they will pause, like Rema is about to come on stage, like the music stop, and Rema is about to come on stage, and then they play another song, and you can hear the audible groans in the crowd. Like, you could hear it.
Right.
Then there was no light on stage for me to see the opening acts. They just did pak for the opening acts. We could not hear. Ditto Black was on stage. Couldn't hear jack shit she was singing. Me, that one already scared me, because I know the O2 is known for having terrible audio, or terrible sound rather.
Right.
I can't remember this girl that sang Omoto Sexy. I don't know, the opening section was kind of a mess. Like, you're saying, oh, mad, but nobody is posting because we could not hear anything. Yeah. And also from the standing position, you cannot even see what's going on stage. But anyway, okay, we've gone past the opening acts now. We still had to wait again. After they finished rushing the opening act, we still had to wait for a few minutes for Rema to come on stage. But after Rema came on stage, the vibe changed. Everything was... Oh, wait, sorry, there's one I actually forgot to mention.
Yeah.
That hacker guy, sorry.
Sorry, what guy?
But I think the MC, or the guy that was hyping people up at the beginning,
wasn't it Larry?
No, there was Aka, the host. Coco Bar is supposed to them. I can't remember.
Okay.
If he mistakenly came close enough to that standing crowd in front, we would have beaten him.
Why?
Because the front was so congested. I don't know why people just decide that let's pack ourselves together, no personal space. There's no space. Everybody
is a Rema show,
shoulder
man.
to shoulder. I don't. It's a concert. Like, why is this the first concert we are going to? Why is everybody?
It's a rave, my dear.
No, it's not about it's a rave. A rave, you still need space to jump and dance. If you jump and dance here, you'll be elbowing somebody's eye. You will not call police on you.
Did the people not mosh pit the Ozeba? You know mosh pit Ozeba?
That's the annoying thing. I was like, oh, yeah. I was in my mind, like, yeah, we are going to do this. Like, I could see people, we were getting ready to party. But nobody wanted to move. Everybody still together like that. And it's just like, what are we even doing in this front?
Yeah.
People just want to stand and dance in your one spot and be hitting people and pushing people. But anyway, that's even beside the guy, the hacker guy. I can't remember. There's a song where people. It's a Caribbean song that they play a lot, where people like you move in the crowd from side to
Is it
side.
I forget the name of the song. But
It's Gassa. Go on with the road. Go on with the road.
Yes. And he asked us in front, should we do it? We shouted no. Because we had they played this song, the Shally Poppy one that he did the dance with his brother. And we could already see how disastrous it was. Like it was a thing of like people or somebody almost fainted because of how packed it was in front.
Okay.
So we in front, we knew this and we told this guy, no, don't do it. And then he goes ahead to do it. And then he now starts saying, oh, it's looking disastrous. Oh, no, let's do it. Let's not do it again. After people like, I don't know, it was just a mess. It was like, sorry, this actually, it contributes to the entire concert experience.
Yeah, it does.
And if you have that happening at the beginning, first of all, I don't even know why everybody was standing so close together. I know it's a concert and I know we want to be at the front, but like there's still a bit of space. There should still be a little bit of space to move, especially knowing we all want to dance, because I know that the people in the front wanted to dance, but we just decided, okay, let everybody shoot together. But like that's just, I don't know, that's good. You could see the faces of the people around standing in that front.
Right.
And then the second person that came was just shouting, I'm a piano. Like, bro, we are here for Afrobeat. What's this? I'm a piano. And they'll be playing like this very Afrobeaty song. And it's just, no. And you're also not singing it on beats. But anyway, I feel like I'm going too long. But like, so yeah, that already downed the spirit. See, every hype that I'd already had to see Rema was just going down. But when he came on stage, he went up again.
Right.
And we're having the time of our life. And Rema is... he is in it. He is actually such an amazing performer. Right. I think with this album, just for people to know how good this album is, if he not even bring that mic to his mouth and do anything, that crowd would have performed that song for him.
Mad.
Like from the first song, the vibe was crazy. It was. I had fun, I had fun.
Nice.
But I think the only downsides were when he would
we'll take
just
a break.
disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's an issue. He has, like, the last one he did in 2023, he did the same thing too. And it's like, I know they took some pointers from the previous year, because I don't know why they did the O2 that way, but like the stage is extremely high. You cannot see what is going on stage if you're standing, except you are at the side or maybe towards the middle of the arena. So this time, when he was in front, they made sure to that he was standing on a platform.
Right.
So like most people in front could see him. But when he went to the back, I wore my heels for a reason, but most people could not see what was going on. I was talking to my friends about the show after. I was talking about the dancers. The dancers were amazing. Right. Their energy was... See, I don't know, there was so much detail in the show that it was just crazy.
Mad.
From the attires of the dancers to like the effects on the screen. Like there was so much graphic effects. There was one song that he was performing, and they kind of did the video to be lagging, and how the
slow motion part.
Yes, I was just like, this so looks good. So sick.
Was that the
it was the
setup for Years, the song?
It was similar to that.
Right.
It was. I don't know. Anyways, go on, sorry.
But yeah, that was so crazy. It was just like, and the way that also went with the costumes for the dancers, because the costumes had a lot of ropes, so their movements just went with the ropes, and then with the slow motion, and then it looked like it was lagging. It just, like, everything was just so sick. And when I can't remember the name of the guitarist, but I think he was is it Nasik David? I can't remember the name. But then when he came to do his solo moments and the dancers were also dancing behind him, I don't know, everything was just crazy
Nice.
altogether.
That's dope, man.
I think there's so many great parts in the show. Like it's just crazy. When he does, I see one, I see two, I see. But say yellow. Like see too many high moments when
Right.
he's performing that you kind of forget everything that happened before.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
Where Ozeba finally came on. That was
Did you do the trap Ozeba for you guys?
Yeah, he did. He actually did it twice. He said they are trying to chase me out, but we have to do this again. I can see the energy. We're going to do this again. So he did Ozeba the first time. He did it normal. After he finished that one, he now did it again. I was like, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it was really good. I'm still missing out a lot of parts, but like,
I think
it was good. And that Birkin,
you won't talk about the part where he did a free after party for only women.
that was, you see,
I'm sure you skipped that part.
Like this is so pain about this, man.
Okay, he actually mentioned it yesterday too. I even forgot to mention. You know the girl that got the Birkin. See, I had been seeing her TikToks from last week. So she kind of deserves it, I think.
She has been campaigning and building up to the show.
Like the scarf that she gave him, she designed it herself and she painted it herself. Like she's a very, very
different stratosphere of a fan.
Yeah, like the design of the scarf was just amazing because like, bro, this one looks like professionally done.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm happy for her.
That's cute.
That's it. I'm not jealous. Now about this,
you gotta make your own scarf now.
I don't have the mental energy for that topic. But yeah, nice. I don't know what Magnificent is talking about. So,
not to lie, Rema posted after party free for women. Meant to
he did. I didn't know about that.
But isn't that standard procedure?
Like I don't know why he's like I already told you when they say free for women, it means that women are the entertainment. It's not so much of a good thing that you're shouting. we are there as the entertainment.
Now woman collect Becky, now woman still go after party.
But didn't you hear all through the night that you will see you people, you are at the back of his mind. He's there for the women, he's not there for the men.
Gotcha.
You just happen to be there.
Magnificent, let that one sink in, please.
No, it's quite annoying because we spent all the time there. Then me and Adi were thinking of going to the after party, and then we saw the price, and I was like, it's not even about the money; it's even the principle at this point. Because what's all this?
Oh,
don't worry,
let's pay £20 again to come and see you.
That's crazy.
Don't worry.
Anyway.
We'll also move into a matriarchy, so people will be entering free.
All right, man. On that note, thank you so much, Mr. Yeah, sorry.
Rema don't already tell you Magnificent. Say I too like woman.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, they born.
No, you guys don't understand.
Nothing to be surprised about.
Yeah, man.
Liking women 1 million times at that show.
I mean, that's a true thing. He did give them like a breaking, right?
Look,
yeah, man.
Honestly, that breaking pained me. I'm never going to lie. I get it, but see, I'm pained.
Oh my God.
Really pained because everybody put in. I thought when he said I'm going to give Birkin, but in the lyric of the song, he said I'm putting on AP or something. But
you want AP.
I thought it was going to
be Magnificent. You actually even didn't have a chance, though.
No, see, it's not about me. It's about
the principle,
I'm looking for the men. Like nobody collect AP. Nobody collect AP.
Anyway, real quick, just so we round up on Rema, we have Naya in the building, and I think Chuka as well, right? Yeah.
Hi.
Yes, please keep it brief. We would just want to.
Okay.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So that was I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
But in terms of the vibes, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Oh my God, that was the best concert I have been to. I'm not even gonna lie.
Love
Not because and this is, you know me guys, I go to concerts to party. I don't go there to be doing spectator. But I will spot on a few things. I feel like every Afrobeat artist needs to go to Beyonce's show and see how she transitions. I think it will, like, that's the homework I will give every single Afrobeat, except for Burna Boy.
Right.
But I will give every single Afrobeat artist the homework of going to a
Right.
Beyonce show and going and seeing how they transition. Transitions don't have to be technical.
Right.
It can just be literally putting a visual on a visual that you've filmed before,
Right.
and showing that to the crowd. They attempted it, I will say. They did the kiss cam, but the kiss cam, the quality was poor. People were basically having sex on the kiss cam. Like, it was...
I have a video. I was like, what are these ones doing on my screen?
It was like, okay, go to the next person, please. No, you're still there. Okay, cool.
Wait, can I pause on that real quick? Wait, that's not the well. Anyway, in terms of the transitions, right? Because it seems like that's the point that has been coming up. Like, did he have, other than the kiss cam, were there other did he bring like an opener midway into?
No,
the
this
set,
is what I mean.
Oh, it was just
I feel,
sorry, go ahead.
I think when
Sorry,
I feel like what happened is he should have utilized the people that, like, for example, Jay Huss could have stayed longer, or Buju.
I think J Hus was supposed to stay longer,
Yeah,
because
but then
it
they
looked
told him
like
to come off.
everyone. No, they did, because it looked like
He
everyone
dropped
was
the mic.
confused. No, so I think it was he just, because I can't lie, most of the most of the times I've seen J Hus come on stage, I told that people should, he would just do off Martin and he's dipping. Like, this guy, he
Oh
did
yeah,
perform a
no,
little bit, but he, after doing a little bit, mind you,
doesn't
he's jumping
that
into the crowd.
doesn't follow the rules.
Hello.
Yeah, so it was a thing
Yeah,
of
he
like,
doesn't
it
follow the
looked
rules. So
like, yeah, it looked like he was supposed to be there longer, because even after he just dropped the mic,
yeah.
like, it took the band a couple of minutes to like
So there was a
rearrange and
part that there
start
was
playing.
yeah,
Also,
there was a part that they were
Joe doesn't
supposed
have a
to
single
trans.
song where he has to take off his clothes. I'm sorry.
Free J
Yeah.
Hus, please.
He doesn't have a single song where he has to take off his clothes and be training it.
That's funny.
He loves
Anyway,
crowd
Sorry,
surfing.
now
that's
you go.
Hustler Baby. Sorry, that one I would not. I would not take criticism, because that's the whole point of his whole persona. So that one doesn't follow rules, anyways. But yeah, I think he could have utilized
Some of the
the
guests,
acts a bit more. So there was parts that he didn't necessarily need to be there. So for example, for the band, he went after like introducing them, he went and changed or whatever and went to the next phase. He could have utilized that with probably Buju or someone else in their transitions, or mixed it up with what do they call it, with, even if you're doing instrumentals, like do like a element where, for example, like composers, when they will
Right.
like just be doing live songs, because he did a transition with some of his songs that he was not there to sing. Similar thing that happened in a Davido concert, where DJ Davido's DJ was just playing Davido songs, but this one, it seemed a bit off. They played corny and stuff. Personally, I would have loved to hear that live, but anyways, that could have been a live rendition, and then people could have been vibing. So
Right.
yeah, just I think there's just like little pointers I think they could improve on. However, when he came back on stage, that like, if my Instagram is private, but if you have me on my Instagram story, you can see my camera is not stable. And I feel like every experience, every concert experience, and I think I listened to Magnificent's thing where he said Ozeba was dead. My phone nearly dropped on the floor and cracked. Like, I did not see
For
a dead moment.
context, Magnificent was sitting.
Oh,
Me too. When Ozeba came on, we
this is
were
the thing that I
raving
wanted to say.
on the floor.
Right,
We were
This
right.
is
raving on
the
the
thing that
floor.
I wanted to say. I am the queen of taking a seat at a concert. I don't do standing. I don't suffer myself. But I said I want to rave. And in order for you to rave and enjoy the full maximum experience, I think you have to be on the floor. You have to be standing.
Right.
You cannot enjoy it with you can only jump so much on your seat, right? Until everyone starts seeing you as a mad person.
You will be jumping stylishly because you also don't want to
I don't even
mistakenly
regret
sleep.
sitting down, to be honest. I felt bad at the start, but when he gave the break into a woman, I was like, yeah.
Oh my
I beg
god.
even women know they vex past you. You will
Oh
not be
my
woman.
Like, what
god,
about me?
man.
Me too, I was in front. How come you not see me to give Beckham back?
The fact that
Maybe
he
we
gave
all
a
want to be
woman,
angry.
Anyways, I think I was just to give pointers. I think his song selection's perfect. He did what you call an album tour perfectly. Like it was just too perfect. He added his day one, but it was not too choky. Like it was just literally he focused on his album and he delivered. He made me love it a bit. I say a bit more. He made me love it even more. That I'm even like should I take a risk and go to Tokyo because I really want to see it and experience it in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he just left with good vibes, and I do think that he should just be. He's the example of how you brand yourself well and maintain the consistency with it. Because I'm not gonna. Last concert, weren't people calling him an evil witch?
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, there was
I
none of
haven't
People
that.
seen
calling him
any.
evil.
There was none
And
of
I
that
think
this time.
I think
People were calling.
he was even worse this year because his image on the screen was legit on fire
Yeah,
almost
no,
all
but
through the
actually, he was
night.
a bit more conservative this year, to be honest.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
didn't play it
but I
too.
feel like as Miss Tyra said, the attention to detail, the dancers immaculate.
No,
Like
because like that's
the
slow.
the
Sorry.
sorry, the dancers were just so good. Like they really lifted up the energy, and it's one of those things that you just think it's all Rema, but honestly, they utilized the stage well. He utilized the stage well. The stage, oh my gosh, I didn't even speak about the stage set. Oh my gosh, the stage
The
freaking
design.
amazing.
Yeah.
Why don't Afrobeat artists do this? You think it's just anyways, let me not shade, but like yes, like literally themed. And
The
he utilized
entrance
the
with the
entrance.
sword and he was on his knees when he
Bro,
was good. No, that was
yeah,
stupid.
like everything was really well. You know, Rema likes to cho. Sometimes we're like,
Sorry.
guy, wrap it up. But it
Wow.
was still nice. He gave his flowers to the band, and I think he really loves that part element, and it was just really interesting. Where I was standing, and this is the thing, you're gonna experience different people, and I honestly feel like go to the concert with the right people. That's my own. I feel like if there's anything that I would get anyone to take away, go to the concert with the right people, because I was seeing people that were standing there and they were only dancing when what like Calm Down came on.
Jesus.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
And I
expected.
remember
Yeah.
even that whole you're coming to stand next to me and block my view. Hell to the fuck no, because I paid a good money for these tickets.
Oh,
Move along the way. Like you have to be assertive in how
Yeah.
you compose
one
your
6'5"
experience.
guy wanted to try us the way I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I insulted.
But yeah, just to wrap it up, I would love to go for another show if I have the opportunity to.
Right.
Just before, if like just to experience that. Yeah, it was really good, and yeah, I'm so proud of Rema. I think he's just really solidified everything he brags about, and it was really heartwarming to see how he appreciated his producers as well. The producers came on stage at the end during Ozeba.
Wait, which of them? Just London or
London and
Prima
Prime.
London. Yeah.
Prime?
Two of
Prime was
them.
around too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
They came on stage and like it was just a whole little celebration.
That's
And
dope.
yeah, really, it's good to show gratitude to those people because obviously, they really supported. I guess did the thing in it. So yeah, very 9 out of 10 experience. Could work on the transitions, but in terms of its final detail, I hope he does another venue. He should not try the O2 next time. I think
Thank
he
you.
deserves a stadium, not because of leave numbers out of it, but because of how he can utilize the stage. I feel like a lot of Afrobeat artists, even the big ones, don't know how to do that yet. Um,
Biscuit.
and
Oh my god.
I don't think they know even the song. Not only speaking about like the big whatever, I'm also speaking about the smaller ones, like how to where, like for example when he's on the platform, what kind of songs he sings on that platform, when he goes to his the backstage set, and how he utilizes the dancers, and for example when they were playing Booty Bounce, like all these kind of I said Booty Bounce when they were playing Bounce.
Yeah.
Like how to utilize all these elements of your experience so everyone feels it, whether you're a woman
Right.
or whether you get backing or whether you don't get backing, or everyone will feel involved.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Appreciate that submission on the Rema show, man.
Please let me. Now, if you are going to Tokyo, please let me know, because I'm also going, and I don't want to.
Hey.
Yeah, and I'll be like the only Nigerian.
Person
because
where they do where they look for Becky, you get money like that to go Tokyo.
Yeah, so this one, he
You
wants
don't
to
know.
sell
You don't
me
know.
wireless tickets.
You don't know
He
who
wants
you're
to sell
dealing
me
with.
£3,000 wireless tickets.
The thing is, if I go,
Wait,
if I go to Tokyo,
Beverly, are you saying that Rema is ready for stadiums? That what you're saying?
Yeah, like
Personally, I think he
in
I
terms of
think
his
he is.
capability, he can do a stadium. But I'm not talking about numbers or whether he can sell it out. I don't care about that. But in terms
In terms of the production value
production and how
of
to
a
Yeah.
work a
stadium.
stage, he can definitely do a stadium.
I think he's definitely past, because it's one of the things I said at the beginning, even before he came on stage safe. I was like, yeah, I think he's past the O2.
Yeah,
It's
it's too
time
small
is
for
I
him.
yeah.
also believe he's ready for a stadium.
Yeah, it's too small for
Not
him.
even just
The
like
O2 is
But
not just for the
limited.
sorry,
numbers,
Magnificent has yeah.
not just for the numbers, but for the open air atmosphere.
Mhm.
Okay.
Especially for the kind of music he makes, and
This
there
was
are
not
stadiums
given.
there are stadiums in London, aside from the big ones, the Tottenham, London, and Wembley. There are stadiums in London that can provide that. There are cricket stadiums, even the one in Richmond and Twickenham. I don't know why most of these artists don't utilize this open air stadiums. Everyone wants to do Wembley and
Especially during the summer. Like this did not give summer concert vibes.
Are there any I guess is there track record of any African acts that have done those venues, like those intermediate venues that not necessarily
I
like
don't
the
I don't think so.
but there's always a
Highest
first
is
time for
Thames and
everything.
Somerset House.
right.
There's always
But Somerset House is not even big.
All
we
right.
also need to talk about. I mean, at some point, we need to talk about what the Brixton
Somerset is like 70.
the Brixton Academy
No,
have
it's
banned
not.
African artists.
Sorry, real quick. Sorry, quick. Magnificent. Just make a quick point and then let Chuka go.
No, I'm just talking about, like, after what happened with Asake at the Brixton Academy in 2022. I don't know if anyone remembers.
Oh yeah, we do
Yeah,
remember. We
because
can never forget that.
yeah, the Brixton Academy, because I was talking to someone that did that works with the Library Council. They are actually, they banned African, especially Nigerian artists, from performing there
because of that. Sure.
Yeah, because
Yeah. I mean,
the opening is crazy, because from in
it's crazy.
2024, Shea Vibes attempted it, and they did give it to him.
Mad.
And I feel bad for the youth, because Chaperone was there last year. People are going
Yeah,
there.
people are
Everyone is
using the
performing there.
venue, but
They
they've kind
closed
of
it for almost a
blacklisted
year.
Nigerians now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but except Nigerians, and I feel bad about
yeah,
it.
it's a terrible outcome, but yeah, that's the result of having grave like
Because
disasters like
Brixton
that,
O2,
right?
Brixton Academy has always been like your entrance into London.
Gotcha.
From Burna Boy, Whiskey, Tiwa Savage, Asake, even the band, all of them did the Brixton, and it's just gone. And I
Wow.
feel bad about it.
Because yeah, a lot of acts that could be in some way intermediate between an arena and like somewhere, they could be using that. But anyway, appreciate that. I didn't even know that was a thing that they follow through in terms of like banning that venue. But you can't blame them, like, which is unfortunate. But anyway, we have Chuka just to round up the Rema conversation, and then we get into some new music, man. All right, Chuka, what's up? Welcome to the space.
Good man, thanks. First time. So
Yes,
shout
sir.
out.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So the concert was a vibe, like best concert I've been to in my life.
Nice.
Yeah. The beginning, like I came in a bit early, not too early, but I didn't line up and I was standing. I just entered in 10 minutes, so there wasn't a problem for me there. Yeah, and the opening DJs and the openers were a bit trash, to be honest. Like Little Black, Blonde, whatever, all of them. Like there was nothing there. They could have done without them, to be honest. So it was kind of just dead. Like someone said before, but the vibe picked up once he got on stage. All the performances were good. Macham, Miayu, Azaman, those were good. What else? For me, I feel like Ozeba, like one thing I'll say that he should be performed like mid sets, not towards the end. Because a lot of people leave during the last performance, like in any concert, because they want to catch the trains and all. So like to make it a better experience, Ozeba should perform mid. He can perform it twice, like mid sets and last sets too. I think that was my opinion. Then what else? The band, bringing out the band he was the best guest act in my opinion. Like he had the best stage presence, best performance. And yeah, I feel like I don't think he can do much better. Maybe there's some things he can improve on, but it's not my area to comment on that.
Right.
I don't think he's ready for stadiums too. Like it's just not about the production and everything. Like the fans have to respond. A lot of people have to come in to make a stadium show actually good. And I don't think Rema has that pull to do that. Like Burna Boy has a lot of global hits that's like randoms, like white people can come to. I don't think Rema is on that level of fame yet. So he can't attempt stadiums yet.
Right.
And what else? Yeah, he also didn't perform Villain. Which was sad. That's my
He
favorite
didn't,
song of
or
Rema.
he did?
He didn't.
Somebody said it did.
I swear he did.
He didn't perform Villain. He did.
I swear he did.
He didn't perform Villain. Don't worry. He didn't perform
Shout out to all my
Like,
villain connoisseurs, man, because
didn't
I would
perform,
look
don't
out for
worry.
villain, man.
I'm a Villain connoisseur. He didn't perform that song.
If he said was like the one in Toronto, he didn't perform Villain. Sure.
Yeah, he didn't perform
don't
villain
worry.
for us, so
He
that's why I
performed
was
Villain.
surprised that you guys got villain. But yeah.
Yeah. Then I think that's that. Just he should perform. Yes, and also like us. Africans, black people, we need to work on our mosh pit culture because, like, for Zeba, like the mosh pit is meant to be fucking big. Like, if you go to like any rappers' concerts, Travis, I went to Don Toliver's concert.
You can't do that at the O2, mate.
Why? Don Toliver's concert, the mosh pits were fucking insane. All of them. There were flares in the mosh pits,
Mad.
and I don't know. I think us as
With the way people were behaving in that middle, I don't think with that flares are big.
I went to Don Toliver's concert and it was with those white boys are crazy. Those white boys 13 to 18, they can do anything. There's no reason why we shouldn't deliver like that. Obviously, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Nigerian, we're not white.
But it was a ban now. Like it was a ban, at least for that.
It still was a bad
It was a ban, man. That if was like that, he made that song for venues like this, so we can vibe to this, much to this. Because if you listen to like most Afrobeat songs, there's no song that makes you go crazy like Ozeba. Like in the past 10 years, I believe. I don't know.
You're just hammering on Ozeba. There are a lot of songs on that album that will make you go crazy.
No, I'm just saying. You know about Ozeba? It's about the album. It's about the album, like bringing out the rave in us. We're not really ravers like that, to be honest. Like proper like ravers, like the Europeans and Americans. So I feel like we can do better in that aspect. The crowd should do better in that aspect.
So we can reduce home training. Now home training now.
It's not home training now. You just enjoy yourself now.
No, I'm with you, Chuka, man. I'm with you, bro. Don't worry. Everybody, I'm with you.
There were mini mosh pits.
Yeah, there were mini mosh pits.
I created a mosh pit.
I created one too.
Chuka, I feel like in that, especially in that front, I feel like it would have become a very sticky situation. Because it was so congested that people were starting to feel nauseous, like people were starting to feel faint. So like I don't know if it's at least at this show. I hope it will be different at other shows. Maybe if he does it in an open air place, it will be nicer. But at this one, I think it would have been quite detrimental.
Yeah, for
But people
sure.
already stepping on
But
each
as
other.
long as Nigerians are there, they're not raving to the extent of Don't Taliban. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's never going to happen that way. But I think
Dead
that would
guy,
have been
sure.
fun.
Mark can only
Yeah,
wish, man. At this
yeah,
point.
okay. Yeah. But I have nothing to complain about. It's like set was good, set design was good.
Nice.
Obviously the transitions were also not that good, but me, I was drunk, so me, I was really thinking like that, man. But to be honest, like I think next time he comes, I don't know. I think should do like an intimate venue,
Yeah.
something like what Burna Boy did when he released. I told them something like that to ginger us
To
up
really
more.
rave.
Yeah, because intimate venues are better. I went for Victoria's concert like last month.
Bro, intimate
venue,
venues are always better.
Everybody's
better,
up. Like there's nobody
Always.
standing. If you don't know the song, you're vibing.
Bro, the smaller the better, man. Every time.
The smaller the better. So I think that's what he should do before maybe he wants to do a stadium. But man, I have nothing to complain. I'm proud of Rema. I'm happy I got to experience the album live. And
nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Appreciate it, Chuka. Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
We have
Sorry,
one
please, can I just quickly? I know I've talked a lot today, but can I just quickly add one quick thing?
Wait, what? What is it?
Luca, thank you for it. I felt like I started to feel like I was just bad mouthing the people that started the show. But I forgot to mention this very important detail. Of the DJs played songs from the He Is album during the warm-up sets.
Really?
I can remember in my life experience.
Oh my
that.
gosh, yes, that's true.
I came late.
Like,
what?
I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like this, they did it at the beginning. I can't remember
What song
I
did
don't
they
know if
play?
it was Ozeba.
No,
I think it was DJ Lammy.
The song.
Damn, you're calling
yes,
them
it
out.
was the
What kind of culture person?
Yeah, that's terrible.
like
man.
I did not understand the first one. Okay, they played it for like 5 seconds. I was like, is everything okay? Okay, they stopped it
Zero DJ
immediately.
etiquette.
And then
man.
the next one played. This thing played for like probably like 30 seconds. And I've never seen such a thing in my life. But anyway, I just wanted to add that detail for you guys to know. I'm not just bad mouthing the people that opened the show.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
wild.
sorry.
That's why.
I'm not trying to be a hater, but
No. It's fair to call that out because that's
I think
crazy.
we're calling out the DJ's name. It's DJ Biggin. He's the one that did it.
Oh, that's Maven's DJ?
Yeah, let's
It
call
was
him out.
it was Big N that played Rema song.
That's crazy.
Yeah, DJ Biggin, which is Big Head.
Yo, relax. I beg.
I'm always calling
No
them out.
Insta
Space
vlog.
do with you, all of them.
No Insta vlog, please.
Sample, all of them.
Thank you.
but yeah, sure.
All right.
Well, aside from that, I think the only thing he would need to improve on, because he seems like he takes a lot of constructive criticism, is just the transitions. That's the only thing.
Gotcha.
It's crazy because transitions was also an issue.
It was, that's why it was the same issue too that we had.
Yeah, it was the same issue. Yeah,
Transition and the fact that he didn't necessarily dive into some of these mellow records. It was just rave.
The breaking bag.
Hey, free.
No, but the what's it called? The transition issue. That was also that was actually a major issue in 2023.
Right. Because I remember they had the skit where they had the teddy bear and doing something. I remember that, right? That was the O2 show, right?
Yeah, but like, yeah.
I think this one, the changing and the need to change and all that. Like, just like let your guitar solo, like let your guitar have a solo moment.
This one that people are mentioning, let you. They played that their Batswan song for like 5 minutes at some point. So I don't know why you guys are saying, oh, the live people, they played it, they did it, they actually did it, but like it gets to a point where if you are just playing the same thing over and over again, and like there's
or just use the guests. You had some guests. You had so many guests.
Yeah, like
the guests can transition.
You could have started the show early, and the people the opening acts that could not finish their full sets could have added them in the middle.
Go for beats, man. Go for beats.
No, Dejo Black would have actually been.
Chika was not a fan. Chika was not a fan. Yo, real quick, Ade, what's good, man? I know you were there. Was there anything different that hasn't been shared that you wanted to chime in real quick before we round up?
This last weekend I think.
Oh, you lost your voice too?
No, I a little bit because my weekend started from the mainland block party.
Oh, fair.
Yes, I went for that
Mad.
and I think I met Elle, so but she was busy with a few of like
Oh, you did see
backstage.
Belema?
No,
Yeah,
no,
fair enough.
no. So I met Elle, but she couldn't like so and though even though I wasted 35 pounds late after that show because I couldn't secure an Uber and I wasn't going to my apartment because I needed to go to my uncle's house because my grandma is going back to Nigeria and
Okay.
I need to take her down to Heathrow, all the stuff, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there runs.
So, so just something, and from there, so I just spent a lot this weekend. This is the best, but yeah, I know I like.
Mad. I mean you that went outside yourself. They don't force you outside.
So real quick, I went to also to the O2 and Rema is a great performer. Yes, let me start from saying that. Yes, I experienced a real life like rave, like it's meant to be.
Mad.
I think I think I've listened to a few people like because at first I joined anonymously like I was listening to. I think he only needs to work on the continuity, like the transitions.
Right. Okay.
The only time he did a good transition was from something about you to is it a crime? Yes, I love that transition, and it was,
Nice.
but like most times Rema wasted like 20 minutes of his time personally, and it's not his fault. I think it's more of like a team something because like that time that he wanted to perform Monday morning talking about when I make my money with his money queen, all the stuff. Like they wasted like 15 minutes, bro. They wasted like 15 minutes. I think I don't want to make conversation about Bonner, but this is what separates Bonner from other guys. Like that's why you see Bonner. Bonner can perform 3 albums in a night. It's the only Afro-tactic that can do it. If you like, between thumbs down, you did that you're in Lagos, between thumbs down. You've never experienced real life concert before. Between thumbs down. People abroad are talking now. You are doing thumbs down.
No.
Wow.
You will not learn now. You are doing thumbs down. That's why I'm keep coming for you guys, home base fans. You don't know anything. You don't know anything.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
finish your gingerbread you're
If people
talking.
like
Oh my god.
Finish your
if people like
point.
push it out, you got me
Finish
on the
your
timeline.
point.
We will tell you the real life thing now. You will not listen. You be doing thumbs down.
Davis, finish your point. I beg.
You stay in that your Lagos. You
Why
stay
you
in that
always
your
looking for
Yo, stop.
fights every time?
I did relax, man.
you will not
Yo, what the
listen.
Like,
fuck?
Except
I
for you
don't
to listen.
understand.
Open your ears. Listen
I
now.
been
You
very
will not
relaxed,
listen.
very relaxed.
So like that's what separate Bonner from like
Got you.
Bonner can run like 2 to 3. Bonner's MSG. Bonner did like 2 to 3 albums.
Oh my
He did.
god,
He
man.
performed outside. He did twice at store, and he did Africa Giant. So all those stuff. So what I'm trying to
Yeah.
what I'm just trying to say
It's
is
the
that
length. Yeah.
like only Bonner has that kind of pull. Like Bonner doesn't waste all those transitions.
All right.
Like you go see him easily. So
I think
that's just be an area of like improvement for
Gotcha.
Rema personally, but
Makes
Rema is
sense.
very energetic. He's very. I love the energy and I enjoy myself.
Nice.
Even though my reaction was like, say, was about time, say, babes come, say, I know. Those babes just they came in and they were like, okay, because there are some babes that they came late, so and they were staying around with me.
15 minutes to the end.
Bro,
Hey,
that
God.
15 minutes they're coming, these babes, they're 15 minutes they're coming, but within that 15 minutes, the kind of way they bring, not for here, sha.
Oh,
Not for here.
this
So
guy.
those babes, then and I think all those DJs that played for the start of the show, those DJs, they are just minus, I don't even know what to say. They're not.
now so diaspora DJ be. Even not diaspora guys. But they said Big
At
Game
some
was one of
point,
them.
let me tell you
Yeah,
something
this
today.
is big game as well,
What
man.
was doing? Like at some point they were playing as a man. They were almost playing. Also, make sure you come say
yeah.
we do all those stuff.
I think
But
that's what
No,
Mr. was saying.
that's insane. That somebody was doing that.
That's diabolical, man. Like,
That's serious
So I
diabolical
was in
stuff.
I just dey
shock. I
laugh.
was
I just dey laugh.
flabbergasted.
I
yeah,
just
man.
dey laugh. Say these people funny, sha. But and I
You
think
could just know who get playlist. We just come play their playlist.
and then
No,
Honestly,
for real.
honestly,
And they
that's what it
all
is.
came with the same playlist of the same 10 songs in the same order.
Oh God, see God will judge that's what I did. Oh God.
and then this lady, like say she and she get this last weekend, this Omoto Sexy or this thing. Because
Blonde.
I met her at Mainland Block Party. She did Omoto Sexy. And she came to right now. Okay. She performed Omoto Sexy. I don't even know her name, sef. All this UK.
Blonde.
Blonde.
I know then just plenty now.
It's not
So
UK. Oh.
now so poppy carry most of them come
Is she
Mainland
not
Block Party.
diaspora? Blonde is diaspora now.
Yeah, she is.
All of
But
them, they
she's
just
Nigerian.
But I don't know. I know she's
Yeah, I
Nigerian,
know
but
that.
like she's based. Was it US or UK? I don't know.
She
Yeah, I
based
think
in
she's
Nigerian.
based. She's based
Ginger.
in.
Yes, she's Nigerian,
So
but
let me just
is she
round up.
based in Nigeria?
Make I just
I
round
don't
up.
know. I
Ginger,
think she's between US and.
ginger, see now we dey go concert. Our last
And
song.
see, okay,
So whenever
Bro,
we
he
are
goes to
talking,
concerts.
Ade,
So
turn
let
up
me stop
and
fighting.
why you
all the
whining
time.
Ginger? Say Ginger no they go concert. I beg.
Ẹ̀pẹ́ wa yẹn ò sanwó kankan. Ẹ̀yẹ́ bọ̀.
I beg, Ade, please, I thank you, man. on that thumbs down. On that thumbs down, man. Anyway, Sha, appreciate everybody. I was able to share their experience of the Rema show. I'm glad most of you had fun. And yeah, man. Shout out to
I
Ray.
hope the UK government is listening. They shouldn't be granting visas to some of these musicians.
I beg.
Kodu for life.
Wait.
Money.
Leave Ekwe, leave Kodu, I beg.
People like Fusu will be giving you fabu.
And then you are doing like
Before your
Kondulu.
papa go mainland block party, now we start mainland block party.
All right. Thank you, ladies and
You're your
gentlemen.
local champion for life. Now so you go do.
Then you're acting like you're Idolo.
Thank you. I beg. All right, man. Moving on.
By the time I'm
I beg. You never reach this one. Let's move on. I beg.
no. By the time I'm done with you, come on.
All right, man. We have new music, man. New Gbedu. Lots of new music that came even as recently as this morning, man. But yeah, we have a lot of new music. Olamide.
I have my take on the Rema stuff now.
How you go get take? You where they say they
Stop, man. Stop.
Wait.
Let's not be a thing where we start like no. What I will not accept is us like in all reality, let's not like I don't know what I do.
No, I don't know what ridiculous, but actually, in terms of having a take is where it's now like how about like what you have to.
I mean, maybe based on videos now you can.
Yeah, but then that's what I was just saying. It's not because I think I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, like I did, bro. Like, what the fuck was that?
I'm just saying that we don't have time. And like, if you were not there, like, so how much of a mistake can be any different?
Wait, stop. Hey, I beg. We just need to hear. We just need to move on.
Waiting, see.
We just need to move on.
No. Make I tell this thing. Once in a while, me say. If you want, before I come on Naija, I don't reach the website if you give my belly. So, myself on my own, I rugged. So, like, say this thing, me. So, if you think, say, maybe I don't say this thing, I know bad one. People will know me, say this thing. So, if you think, say, make I do for...
I went to the UK, the UK lady, when she give me visa, say, I know bad one.
Make I give you, say, see, now everything did my body, the gutter side, it did my body. Keep it like that. So, if you your thing say, it get among God.
You get choco, you on a dang banana.
100. My own 100.
All right.
Moving on.
All right. We'll just move on, man. I don't know if we want to open the air to Ginger. But Ginger, you had a quick take.
Yeah, so before I was rudely interrupted, I just wanted to say that, yeah, this just proves that Rema is above all of his peers, basically. I think that it just cements what we've been saying since. I think some of you are just, catching up or just coming on board right now. It just basically tells that he's miles apart. I think from 2019 or 2018 rather, when I met him, I think that it was clear that this kid is a born superstar. And watching some of the highlights that I saw at the O2 Arena, it just sets him apart.
Nice.
Just tells you that this is a superstar, and he continually does that. And he's not just being an artist that is at that level, but he's also humble and meek enough to understand that he has people that has come before him, recognize them, constantly try to push our genre every time, and acknowledges that Afrobeats is here to stay, and continually, push for that to always be at the forefront.
Right.
And that's what it is. It means that the genre itself is in a safe hands for the future as well. So basically, I think it's great to see the reactions, the celebration. Go on TikTok, everybody's praising. I think somebody did like a reaction, and everyone was saying it was a 10, 10, 10 out of 10,
Nice.
9 out of 10 stuff. Yeah, so
Nice.
I think same thing for Toronto. Then you now have O2, so it's crazy. I love it.
Nice.
Basically, yeah.
Appreciate
Sorry,
it. Appreciate it.
Iman, let me just add to that. Like that points me to. You see, say as you talk, like nobody draw thumbs down because say it dey make sense. It dey talk better. And let me just go to my point. Like Rema can speak very well. He's very responsible, and like yesterday. I see say okay, true. This boy, he gets sense.
I'm Abi.
No, he's not even a Yoruba boy. Like say the thing where Rema they do. I was seeing that. This is not a mistake. That like say like Rema has this kind of like. I know, make I not sound like this, but like the thing where he's very responsible, Shala, and he's very down to it,
Nice.
and he knows how to speak. He knows how to express himself. Like, bro, it was just in simple and clear times. Like, we say, you don't need to run agenda. Say you want no. His English is very simple and straightforward.
Right.
The bank, I appreciate you. This thing. You don't need to say the one they do this thing. There's no how you want to add and subtract, like because the statement is very simple. What he's trying to say, the
Right.
message he wants to pass. So the guy, he like what Junior said, Afrobeat is in his safe hands. Like
Nice.
considering the fact that yes, is pushing the umbrella, yes, and everybody can't be like have the same attitude or this and all that. Yes, because say sometimes if fame don't come in, like ego the always so, and we've seen many people like that have moved in that way.
Yeah, man.
But with Rema, Afrobeat is safe. So and I think he can when he was saying that big four this thing, yes. I think yes, there is a big four. I can agree there is a big four because I saw that last night. Yes, I
Yeah.
saw it last night.
Nice.
He dealt, and if he wants to say that he's the leader of the new school, this thing, he has the full rights
Yeah.
because that boy is destined for greatness and he's doing stadium many times, and
Nice.
stuff like that.
All right. Love it. Appreciate you guys on the recount of Rema and the show. Dante, I know you have your hand up, but I'm hoping it's not for the Rema because Dante, what's up?
No, I don't have anything on Rema, except I'm just realizing I saw him literally the year ago unveiled. I think I saw one of like the first few Rema live performances.
In
So now
2019?
looking back, it's in 2019, June 1st, 2019. This month actually. So that's kind
I
of
thought it
crazy.
got unveiled in March.
Yeah, but then June is after March now.
You said before.
No.
Oh, it was after.
Before now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said I saw him June 1st, 2019.
Right. I thought you just said before he unveiled, but it doesn't matter. Yeah.
No.
Got it.
Oh, if I did, that was a slip up. But you were gonna go into new music.
Yes,
And I
man.
just wanted to come here and say something first of all. So Olamide dropped the record, right?
Yep.
With
Young
Asake
John,
Shea
Asake
Vibes,
Shea
Young
Vibes,
John and
The long-awaited Shay Vibes Asake rivalry
Well, I
was
don't know.
was
My
was
own POV, it
meant
was
in
never
this.
that deep.
No, it wasn't, of course, but
But I
yeah,
just want
man.
to say something,
Yeah, go ahead.
which is from what I saw, people's reaction. First of all, personally, when I played this song, I put it on repeat immediately. Like I was doing on repeat for such a long time as I was going about my day. But then when I came online, what I saw was it's not. I've not seen anybody say this is a bad song, but it's more so they didn't do what everybody was.
Everybody expected.
Yeah, and that was weird for me because I feel like Olamide is someone that has proved himself over and over and over. You know what they can do, and it's kind of like you want them to just do what they've been doing or what. Because like for anybody who hasn't heard it, it's like it's dance music.
Yeah, EDM influence.
I'm not thank God say I never heard the song self because the song no did these are. You know these are like this.
All right, calm. So for me the song is amazing. I like dance house like that. That's the pocket they are in. Even the guy that was God, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it Daycom? The Zimbabwean
yeah
artist, and I don't know. It's kind of like it works in that like dance world. That's kind of like his thing. So that makes sense. Everybody came correcting with wherever they are in their life creatively. I think that's kind of what it is.
Right.
Asake, lots of English that was so like interesting to see that.
Oh no, my dear, Asake is not there. That's not where he's in his life. I beg, God forbid.
Listen. So like,
some
why I
ass.
said so is like, listen, he has been spending a lot of time in LA, bro. There's a reason I said what I said.
Clearly,
so,
it's a problem.
Okay.
I get what I say. No worry. I get what I say.
So let me guess. You signed a petition to what? Boycott Starbucks because of Asake. Anyways.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Because it's a Starbucks joke. Never mind.
No. I mean, yes, but go ahead.
I said would Taj sign a petition to boycott Starbucks if it is so Asake can stop being in LA or something.
Right.
You need to bundle that boy back to Kurudu. That's what you need to do.
Yeah,
he's gonna be inspired. He's gonna be inspired again.
Okay, they found a nice.
If you say the truth, his dress was ass, totally ass.
Is what?
Ashake's breast.
It's funny.
No, wait.
Wait. Ashake's dress was ass. Okay, I never heard him for that.
Yeah, I did. You never heard it.
No, even though say Ginger not too like Ashake like that, yeah. So
since when?
Yeah,
nah,
imagine that.
Since when? No, Ginger doesn't have a Ashake agenda.
When doesn't Ginger like Ashake?
He just has a Ashake agenda when he's against Rema, but yeah, I don't think.
No, he's not a fan of Ashake.
Oh my God! Please, let's not be having
Anyways,
this
please
type
let Dante. Yes, I beg. Not this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, my own is I enjoyed the direction they went. Everybody that wants something else should go and find AI to make it.
Olamide, please don't do that.
Cause at the point where you have to dictate for the artist, like I'm so done with that mentality. That like I wish you did this. Like you could have done more. I get that argument, but it's kind of like I don't like because you did this and I want this. But now you're not saying what they did is not good. You're not saying it's bad. You're saying I wanted something else, which is not.
I think it's fair to just say you would have wished something else, but I don't think I do now.
It's fair to say that because like she vibed Asake in a song like that's what you're expecting.
They have so much. They have so much they've already given.
Avengers, right?
They have so much they've already given already.
Right.
You guys can go back and find that. So if you want to put on a collaboration, they'll bring it another day.
All right.
I think
people were angry that Fireboy and Rema went the direction they went on that compromise record.
Well, nothing happened to compromise now, so they were correct.
I think don't kill me.
Compromise is a solid record, you. Compromise is
a solid record, but like not as if you made any waves.
Now just fan base, now fan base ruined that song on God.
So it needs to be like, okay, I see your angle, but like I don't subscribe to your angle, Sha.
Okay.
That's it. You came here with your emotional artistic. Last, fans just want to hear what they want to hear, right? It's not that deep.
You know what? I'll take it. But
you're coming here on your own agenda. Like you don't understand that fans just want what they want.
No, I think even knowing Dante, like it makes sense that he would absolutely appreciate this record if it's EDM like leaning or has
I know
that
I said
kind of
na your agenda.
yeah.
But
So
see, the song.
yeah, so yeah, I guess Taj, in your take.
Oh, I mean, I think it's a. I think
Oh
like
yeah,
on
because I am the audience for this.
Right, for sure.
Sure.
It makes sense.
And there you go. I hate to be that guy, and I'm not showing you Dante, but these people they want to tap into Swedish market now. They want to collect $8
Bro,
to come on.
it's so connected to our conversation, isn't it?
It is not life. Like these people are this Swedish house music now. No, you didn't want. These guys don't want go Spotify headquarters.
Two truths
Collect
can
8K.
coexist. Actually,
They
three
want,
truths can
they want
coexist.
collect 8K. It is they want collect $300 streams again. They are tired of you people. They say, oh, when we got to recoup our funds.
Bro.
before we enter Agbesi, please, none of all these Mara beats for you, boy, get out please. We find Swedish people where they jam our music, where we collect $8K for 1 million streams.
But
Please,
sorry, can I speak on this Olamide this thing?
No, I think we can definitely.
But let me just
you guys just put your hands up if you wanna.
Wait, I want to talk now agenda, Jao.
See, we're not here for that. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, but the record is cool. I think the only person that didn't, I don't want to say he didn't pull his weight. I see right now. I'm still trying to figure out if this is Asake half-assing records or this is actually the headspace is in. I still don't get it. I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure. A part of me wants to believe that it's
sorry. Does that sentiment play for the Young John record? Because there's two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
fair.
I think I don't know if Asake is in a. He just kind of just let my verse go, or this is actually the headspace is in, right? I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it is. I just know that I don't like both verses. Man, I can't like this one.
Sorry, I'm picking up background noise. Yeah, but go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, this one, especially where it's positioned, because it's positioned after the hook comes first, like after the first hook. So it's very early in the song. It really does not. It almost doesn't allow you to enjoy the later part of the records. But then when you listen again and you like the Shiva's verse, the Delcom guy had probably the best verse on it, but also had a little nice intro. It's a calm record. I think even though they're trying to do dance music, maybe production wise they could have pushed the envelope a little bit, or they could have Afroized it a bit. But I think once again, I guess the identity, just the general identity of the Lamba and the English or the Yoruba, the way they talk, it's what carries the essence of Afrobeat. But the production wise, I don't know. I just felt like they could have done a little bit more production wise. But it's a cool record. It's actually a nice record. I just don't like the Asake verse, and because of where it's positioned, it kind of it's like I have to sit through this verse that I don't necessarily like. Right. And the song is not super like aggressive or dynamic for you to like just listen to the production and tune out Asake's part. Like you actually have to hear his very nursery rhyme melodies that he was pouring there. So it's kind of very numb at the ear, but generally not a bad record. Shiva, I think slid. I think Delcom slid. I think Young John gave a very suitable chorus, and then Bado started it off too very, very nicely as well. Just an Asake.
All right, nice. Real quick before I pass the mic, but yeah, I saw this news and it was very random. Obviously, came out of nowhere. And as soon as I saw an Olamide record, it was even the Giron Republic page that tweeted it first. I think I saw it on the Giron Republic page. And immediately, what hit me was that at least this is going to soften the goodwill pointers or soften the blow for Asake's transition away from Olamide. Like immediately, because a lot of people, the sentiments around the air was always been like, he's ungrateful, he's leaving someone that platformed him, sour taste in their relationship, blah, blah, blah. This is a significant like look for him just from a stance of goodwill. And at least, like, I think that's what thing he can carry on moving into his project or his role.
Recorded before the breakup now.
What'd you say?
The song has been recorded before the breakup.
For sure. I'm speaking to the optics, right? And how people...
Oh, wait. Do we know this for sure? That it was recorded before?
No, I don't know it for sure. But even though, like, the fact that they still have an association to put out a song together, right? It's like, it's still, like, on Asake's side is much more beneficial for him because niggas were killing him for leaving.
I don't know that this fixes much,
It doesn't fix it, but it softens like the huge punch that he has. All that rhetoric of him being ungrateful and not or not wanting anything to do with Olamide at some point, I think it would be
But that was
less.
just fan talk now. Like was there any official
Yeah.
problem?
I don't
I don't
think.
think there was any bad blood
It was
between
just
the
fan
TV
talk.
and the
Like
Of course, it's fan
Nigerian
talk. Of course,
just
it's
fan talk. Like
that's exactly. It's still the Instagram blog comments. It's still the Tunde note comments. It's still Nigerian. It's fan talk, of course. But these are massive, like, audiences at the end of the day that had a certain sentiment towards him, right? You can remember the thread from the Insider that had all the stories on him, right? Like there was so much bad press on his side. Why are we acting as if there wasn't a bad press moment for Asake for a while?
There was. There still is. Still, Tunde Phoenix is still going at his neck.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, it just softens his blow for. At least it's better optics for him, at least, than anything. But anyway, to people that have heard the song, any other thoughts other than, because I think Dante and Taj have shared the splits between the sentiment around the song.
So like the song is good for what it is. The market they're trying to break into, like good production. European now. Like, I don't know. It's whatever they're trying now. It's not me now, but
no be Empire.
It's Empire now. They want to make their Swedish money now. So they want to make Swedish money now.
They want to drop a song called Swedish Money, man.
Yes, now. So okay, it's that. But like, I don't know. As a fan of Shea Vibes and Asake, man. As a fan of Shea Vibes and Asake, like, I've always wanted the two of them on this song together, and that's not what I wanted. So it's just disappointing in that aspect. Like, you just want something street music, hip hop, just piano, whatever they do together. I wanted them to do it together, and I didn't get that. So it was disappointing in that aspect. But I think it's a good song. I don't think it's anything mind blowing, to be honest. But it's just a good song. Just wanted something different. And that's that.
All right, fair enough. Any other I guess interesting or different thoughts from what we've heard so far? Pixel, my guy, what's up? Oh wait, sorry, do you want to go?
Yeah, and they said Asake's verse was because maybe them first Asake record in no verse, yeah, maybe now it have guys. Because
the first
maybe now I never listened to because the song like just for it like the song is now available on Deezer like after 12 hours. Yeah.
Deezer is your only platform? I think it's on YouTube, right?
Yes. I don't use Spotify.
You don't use YouTube?
But, no, I'm going to YouTube now. Like next month.
It should be on YouTube.
With my sisters. I'll switch to YouTube.
Okay.
They don't say no song, no day YouTube, so I'll go there.
Okay.
Yeah, now.
All right now. Pixel.
All this Spotify rubbish. I don't like yes.
I hear that. Loki.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Pixel, what are you saying?
Okay.
Welcome to the space, by the way. Good evening. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, can I speak on the song last because that's like the latest, and I want to speak on other songs first before.
So why'd you have your hand up? Okay, so we should move on then. We should move on from the song.
No. It's like it's still new music. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it is still new music.
Speak on that song, the last. Yeah, that's what I mean. So like I want to speak on other songs that were released. I mean,
well, right now we're speaking about 99. Once we have other songs that we're diving into, yeah.
Okay. Let me start with 99 then. Olamide, everybody. I really love the song. Like the first time I heard it, to be fair, I kind of had my sentiments on or should I say, I had my expectations on what I would hear. Seeing the lineup, and I feel like it's something that it's pretty much unfortunate because if we had this kind of lineup 7, 8, probably almost 10 years ago, you know that with this kind of lineup you are going to see nothing less than a 120 BPM with some, you just know that the street kind of banger will last for nothing less than six months, but things are a lot more different now, and basically the entire direction was not necessarily what I thought they would, go with, but they did justice to it. I feel like it was a very, very decent song. I love the production of the song. the only underwhelming part were Sheyi Vibes and Ashake, and it seems like everybody kind of agrees with Ashake's part being very underwhelming. And yeah, but I listened to it at first, listened to like the first time I listened to it because like I said, it's a very enjoyable song, it's a very wonderful song. So I just left it to just be looping over and over again because I wanted to be like, let me hear this thing very well. And I don't think anything really changed from the standpoint of Ashake's verse. It was just there, to be fair. Took the laid back route. But yeah, Olamide opening the song was beautiful. In fact, hearing Olamide reminded me of how Ashake's work of art, Mr. Money in the Vibe era, like it was so Ashake-esque, in terms of how he was able to lead the verse. I was like,
Interesting.
it's like it's pretty obvious who writes Ashake's song, like from how he took the opening verse. And to be fair, like I was now very optimistic to what I would hear from Ashake himself after hearing Olamide's verse, because Olamide's verse was
Oh,
actually
sorry. I misheard you then. Are you saying Olamide's? Wait, which one did you say sounded like Mr. Money with the Vibes? Right? Are you saying it was Ashake?
No, I said no. Like Olamide like sounded like old Ashake.
Okay.
That Mr. Money with the Vibes or Work of Art era.
Got you.
Exactly. So that's what I meant. So hearing Olamide's opening verse, which was very, very dope, I was like, okay, maybe Ashake will pull something crazy. I also love the little touch of Young John doing the background vocals for Olamide's opening verse. It was beautiful, and I don't know, I can always gas Young John anytime, any day. Like Young John, there's just something lovable about Young John's voice. Like if as long as he's with the chorus, don't worry, he's most likely going to kill it. He has a very lovable, there's just something about how he sings physically, and for me, I really respect him.
I'm with you.
In my opinion, he had the best showing. Like that hook was not like was beautiful. The DCOM guy, I was very surprised, but bro attacked the beat and bro was just like flowing and going. I feel like, I guess out of everyone's verse, I guess he had the longest showing. So yeah, he had time to really like eat the beats proper, and he did very, very well. For Shea Vibes, he was the one that is closely next to Ashake in terms of what I would say was pretty much underwhelming. This is my own theory. It's
You
not
mean the most
necessarily a
talented?
fact. No, God, I beg. But what I'm saying is that on this song, he's talented, obviously, right? But on this song, I feel like it was pretty much
I'm
underwhelming.
just
And
joking.
my theory is, I don't know, for let's say 80% of his verse was in English. Now, please don't just hear me out, right?
Okay.
There was this. It almost seemed like he was trying to fit his wordings into the beat, almost like the beat is not enough for what he wants to say and he's playing catch up. I felt it was happening like that until the few bars where he had to like sing in Yoruba was so much, smooth and fluent, but the part of English was just trying to like catch up with the beat and all. So there was this whole disconnect, trying to catch up kind of thing with his entire verse. Like it was not outrightly like bad, but it just seemed like he was struggling a bit. I don't know, and I don't know, the production for his vocals too was kind of not, it was not really too clear, to be fair, until if you keep on like listening over and over again.
Did it
But
sound
overall,
like,
it's a beautiful
question
song.
to what you guys said? Did it sound like they all recorded in different studios, different mixers, different like? Did he have a disc joint with all their?
Obviously, I don't think they were all in the same room.
Yeah, obviously they wouldn't be, but
they will join them.
Yeah,
them, so.
but was it obvious? Is my question. Like, could you feel it?
From that Shivai's verse? Obviously, it was very obvious because Shivai's verse was just pretty much disconnected somehow. But yeah, it's a very, very beautiful, like it's a beautiful, beautiful song, and I'm happy that they also kind of took this route. They are looking for where the money is. It's also good. It's a good look. I don't think if you go into their catalog. If you go into their catalog, I don't think you would be like, oh, you have not kind of heard some of them attempting some of the elements on this song. So like Shea Vibes or Young John or Olamide or Asake, like you would have found some of these elements.
Like they've all dabbled in this. It's not like
it's
like that.
The only thing is I've seen them together. You will not just
expect that.
Like, oh, this is the exactly. So yeah, it's a good song. So that's what I have to say, at least for now, until other songs.
Great.
But please, so let's say Bado self the power for this album. Oh. You don't get like 5 featured artists like this now. Full album never drop. Maybe like 24 guest artists go did the whole album like this.
Bado's evolution is still the most
You
fascinating
never
thing
know, like Bado the para.
ever, man.
But saying other people I thought say they use Avengers. No one like sure. Oh God,
Oh my God, you people are your agenda, man. Okay, person.
Ima,
Yeah. So yeah, we can transition,
concerning
right?
the disconnection. No,
Mm-hmm.
before that, imagine Santi on Toye's Faji Jackson, where there is like a sonic identity for like the vocal approach.
Right. Sorry, was that it? Or do we lose Dante?
Mike don't see. Mike don't see.
Yeah, I think we lost Itaja because
Network.
he was trying to find a Santi analogy there. But anyway, yeah, man. Shout out to everyone on the record. Oh, sorry, Ginger, did you want to say something before?
Yeah, I listened to the record, Jerry. So I was saying that Asake's verse wasn't good.
Sorry, you sound behind the
I
pillow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, much better now.
Yeah, much better now. I said his verse was not the greatest, it's the least best verse. I think the guy that was featured himself, I don't know where he's from. I think maybe East Africa or something.
Yeah, he's Zimbabwean, but he's everywhere.
Okay, yeah. So the guy's really good. I like his verse. Shady Bright too, yeah. I think Shady Bright's kind of cute, so it was okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she played wasn't playing it at all.
Gotcha.
I think the different kind of record is not the record you expected that it should be, but for the significance of the collaboration that has to do with like having an Olamide, an Asake, and Cherry Vibes, arguably maybe the big three street guys,
street pop, yeah.
hop guys. Yes, on a record, you're expecting that record should turn out the kind of
should feed the streets.
Exactly, should feed the streets. Like a Shoki remix, like a something like all those kind of stuff. Those moments that we had when it comes to like street records and whatnot. That has to do with those kind of artists. So yeah, I think that was the expectation, especially for when it was announced or something. So although it was a sudden kind of announcement and whatnot, and sudden release, because it was a Monday release, yeah, stuff like that. So I think that was the expectation. But good as it may, I think we've already known that from the sonics of what Olamide has been dropping thus far, that he's having this sort of eclectic style of doing stuff, sort of. You can tell even from the features with CK and Wells. I think the one with Whiskey, the one with, you can tell that he's more chilled, mellow, laid back, doing stuff that has to. I think he's leaning into the foreign stuff now, sort of. Because everybody has blamed him not to be the guy who has gone for the foreign whatever in his career. So I think right now, maybe he's kind of leaning into it a lot more. And he's even showing, even with his aesthetics and whatnot, how he's comporting himself. Yeah, you can tell that, he's in a different space. He's in a different time right now. So yeah, I believe probably that's why. So yeah, it's a good record.
All right.
I don't hate it, and I wouldn't say throw it away or whatever. But yeah, I'll listen to it.
Gotcha.
For another time, yeah.
Gotcha. Real quick, Moyo, you can share your thoughts on it before we transition.
Yeah. So I think the thoughts I have about the song, I like the song personally. But I just wanted to talk about how people were saying that they're trying to like break into spaces or whatnot. And I just wanted to point out that Olamide has always done some wild stuff on his albums. Like he would put one song there that you would not, you feel me? Like that one song that would throw you off. Like he usually does that thing, that little thing that maybe before he wasn't trying to like break. I get the point that he's trying to like break into spaces now, but like he's always done that. Like you drop that one song that is not really Afro beats, it's not rap either. It's one weird, maybe like on the last album where he dropped the bounce. What bounce was it? Like the bounce the Americans were using. Like you drop that bounce, you drop
Oh yeah,
something.
the sexy drill. Was it sexy drill? No, it
Yeah,
was just
like
a
that
New
drill.
York drill bounce. Yeah.
Yeah, like he would drop that bounce. He always does that stuff. So that's like
You
his
mean Jersey? Was it
yeah,
Jersey?
the Jersey,
Jersey Club. Yeah.
yeah, that Jersey stuff. Like he always drops his bounces on his album, and it works. So I mean, I get the point where it's like you want all the street guys to be on like the street vibes and to drop a song that'll fit the streets or whatnot. But I feel like when he has the opportunity, when Olamide is like in my opinion, Olamide is literally like one of my favorite artists ever. Like when Olamide was dropping, that's when like we were like oh my bad boy, like we're working from school, listen to Olamide, MP3 days, all those days, right? So like that's when Olamide was on his grind. So I fuck Olamide so much. So it's like when he gets Olamide is a genius in my opinion. So when he gets the opportunity to bring all these guys together, I feel like in his head is like, okay, what's different can I do
Yeah.
with these guys? Like
Yeah.
what bags
Like
can I put them in?
let me throw them off. Let me not give them what they will
Yeah.
expect from us.
Yeah, like let's test the boundaries. Let's see what bags, what spaces they can bounce in. And the hook from Young John was beautiful. That was a beautiful
Young
hook.
John, I will talk about my agenda now is Young John on hooks. I think Young John probably has the best.
Yo,
Like
that
I've
hook
not heard
was
this, so I'm only going off of even the recent drop that he has. When it comes
those
to
hooks.
hooks, Young
Yeah,
John,
bro.
man.
He cooks on hooks. He
Yeah, he
cooks on
does.
hooks.
I just feel like, although as much as I love that, we're trying to give Badu that, I just feel like there's I don't want to say responsibility, but and he has done his part, so it's not like he's somebody that's showed as his responsibility generally, but I just feel like Asake and Badu, there's Asake Badu Shea vibes, like there is a responsibility there to serve something, right? I don't know, and I just felt like this song just didn't carry it, right? But it also feels weird because I can't play Senate from Joe Badu again, man. Guys, they've done more than enough.
Yeah.
It's just that, but I just wish, he added more at least to the work that he has done. I just felt like this one, I needed production here that was going to, like, I don't even know what I
to
needed.
bust my head.
Bro, I needed something. I needed something that packed a punch. This felt very, it's for the European women to dance to. I don't know. It's just very, like very far left. Like, but hey, man, that's just my little side thing.
All right, man. Fair enough. Appreciate everyone on the thoughts on that one. But yeah, man, still on the agenda. Young John, man. Young John dropped the record with Asake. It's kind of crazy because he dropped a song that now this Olamide record came like 2 minutes after. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I don't know. Maybe take some attention away. But regardless, Cheche. Young John Asake record. I think Young John, as far as hooks go, man, this particular record, immediate first impact, like immediately, like I'm hooked on the hook. Like I'm already there. This is a very, very well crafted hook. The singer, the call and response nature of it, the relatability factor is on 100. I look good. I feel nice. The utility around that, like this is something that people would. Like should in the ideal scenario should gravitate to immediately. So, and this is how you craft commercial music that has some form of like some tact and talent, like to back it up. You know what I mean? It's not just cheap like lazy attempts in order to make a song catchy and feel good. I think this is a very well-rounded like hook as far as hooks go for me. And it immediately stood out. But yeah, man, we had the Asake verse as well that. Unfortunately, wasn't the best show out of Asake, to be honest. Kind of underwhelmed with that moment. But as far as the rest of the records goes, I mean the main piece of it, the main highlights is of course the hook. But other than that, I think it's a very, very nice record. And it's nice to see Young John also on some producer credits of his own. Like it's been a while. But he was a co-producer on this particular record, which is always pleasant to see. But anyone here heard the Cheche record? What are your thoughts? Then you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I heard it. I don't know. I at least what you think it's not, Sha.
Right. What do you think it is?
Like the whole I don't know. The chorus, like it felt like he was looking to do that. Genius. I don't know. But the thing about Young John is that it's very recent. I don't usually pick up on Young John immediately. Like now, I'm gonna admit that only fan record, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But as I heard it a lot more, I started like,
Which one, Aquafina?
No, only fan.
Only fans. Oh, okay. That's
You've forgotten about that record.
Yeah, I remember.
But it grew on me, so I'm expecting this to maybe grow on me. But with first releases, I don't know. I wasn't as crazy at it, and then again, the Asake verse just didn't help. So it just felt like they were looking for that body anthem. Like, you get so it looked too on the nose. Felt too on the nose for me. But once again, he has that voice. He has that voice. Right. That one-of-one delivery, and that you can almost hate it, but then you just have to like it because it's very delayed, right? Almost like what kids used to do back in the days, where kids used to like sing off beat, and then, but it's very unique to him, and I think that's one of his biggest identity, right? And it works. So I think this might grow on me, like OnlyFans did. So yeah, but the Asake verse didn't help as well. So and this is two back-to-back Asake verses that I don't know that I'm fully behind, right? And that's my go-to. So yeah, that's just my take.
Mad Moyo. Sorry, real quick, Ginger Moyo, and then Pixel, and then
Ginger. Yeah, I just want to say the Asake verse for me was not really too great in my opinion. But that made me ask the question: do we think Asake is good to the point where he can get to that point in his career where he can lay back? Like on his next album, if he doesn't do too good, would we be mad? Would we be pissed? Or would we look back at his OG records and be like, okay, this nigga, he has gone to the point where he can chill and just lay back.
Asake has 2 classics out of 3 albums. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I feel like he can lay back now and just like chill.
He can miss, and I'll just be like, you know what, brother, you missed. It's okay.
Yeah, I feel like he has been able to build himself to that point where he can miss for me, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. Like you can miss.
Like you're still that guy.
Allowed to. But he's still that guy type of vibe. So that's why I'm
even
not
if he's not that guy again, if he signs out to yourself as not that, this is the end of him being the guy. I'm okay. He changed my life.
That's why I'm not pissed at the 2 verses that he has given recently that have not been up to par. Right. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm just like, okay, let's wait for the album. Even if the album doesn't go too crazy, I'm going back to jam Mr. Money with Vibe or something. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, he has kind of earned it, lucky. So
he's run of recently really making me appreciate Lungu Boy more. I started progressing to play Lungu Boy. I feel like Lungu Boy like that. This basis, I'm like, you know what? Let me go actually like Lungu Boy. It might be the last thing I will hold on to for the rest of my life, but hey man, Asake.
No, he has earned it. He has definitely earned it. But anyway, Pixel. Real quick.
Yeah. The Cheche record. It's a decent one. Okay. Now, for me, I guess this is now where I would say, Young John has kind of had, let's say, he has not had the best showing, in my opinion, with his back-to-back, which is the OnlyFans and Cheche. Cheche is a lot better than OnlyFans. OnlyFans was just that. I don't know. Asake's verse, I don't know. I don't think it was that bad. It was decent. It was actually smooth. I don't think I really have that much of an issue with Asake's verse on Cheche, to be fair. I don't think it was out of this world, but it was just decent. It was safe, right? It was pretty much safe. With the whole narrative of Asake can, drop another whatever album that's not more. I don't think so, because imagine a career where you just be like your entire peak was just for like two years.
Pixel, on the personal level, I think the question is, Moyo, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Moyo's question might be on the personal level, right? Your interaction with him.
Like for me. Yeah. Like for me personally.
No. It's fine for me. For me personally, I don't think I'm ready to see Asake drop something that will not like hit everybody. Personally, I don't think he has missed, but the last album didn't really get the same reception as the first two. I don't think I would like him to go that same route again of having another album that does not have the kind of reception the first two. Like I know it might be difficult to recreate what the first has done, obviously, but at least I don't want him to, because like, if that happens, that's like having another Fireboy all over again. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's the way it seems, right? And I'd for Ashake, I don't really think I want that, because I don't know if he's going to be able to recover again, because that would be like back-to-back albums that are not in that respectable books. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but
Yep.
yeah, I really wish that he really comes up with an album that everybody loves. For me, I don't think he has missed, so it's not really about me because I enjoy all his projects. And he has Longo Boy is a beautiful piece, and I also believe he's going to come through again. So yeah, that's just
All
what I
right.
can
Fair
say.
enough. Fair enough. Nice. Ginger.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. But you could be clearer though. You still sound a little under a pillow.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I was gonna chime in when Taj was talking about Young John.
Sorry, you're backing up away from the mic. And
Can you hear me?
yeah. Stay there, please. Yes.
Okay. I said I was gonna talk about how am I still being audible?
Yeah. You're good. You're good now.
Yeah, okay. So I was going to chime in about the Young John song and stuff, and how his tonality and stuff, like everybody recognizes that the uniqueness of him and whatnot. Yeah. I think again, like I said, with the previous with the record with Olamide, I think this is like another Ashake downer. The verse two wasn't given as much, but I think the excuses have been made for him already with what the two guys have said, Taj and Moyo, based on obviously the two albums he's had that are amazing. Mr. Money with the Vibe and Walk of Art. So I guess you can maybe excuse him for that, and maybe the LA sun is turning on your own somewhere up there. I don't know, because over LA is doing my boy. He's working magic on him over there. Because I don't understand that nigga right now. But anyways, I think that Young John obviously has this run that he has been on tour as well. He's been dropping like some amazing stuff back to back prior. I don't know why Taj has a problem with OnlyFans, but OnlyFans worked for me though. I loved it on the first listen. I think the Cheche record is not so bad either. I think it's on point. I think every time, like people were giving this Fola guy the whole prop, saying, "Oh, he's had this incredible run," and nobody's also mentioning one guy, Shode. Shode is also having an amazing run. I don't know why nobody's talking about Shode. Shode is having an insane run.
Yeah, but
To be fair,
Shady don't have Kiss Daniel features.
To be fair, is the cosigns is the
cosigns
that, yeah.
Bro, yes, I get the whole idea that this guy has a feature with Benson. She's done. Can't you see the Bella thing? I say Bella signing. That's the idea now.
Yeah.
So he's going to have all those. So, but Shode, street boy, and he's still as in.
No, Shode is doing well for himself. No, Shode is doing well. He's doing well.
No, you won't understand how Hey Jago is so big
it's a big
here
record.
in Lagos. Like, you go out there, even Chibi South Social, whatever, like everywhere, you go out there, you play Hey Jago, it goes, people lose their shit. The last wedding I did, people lost their shit to Hey Jago. So, and you can tell, and he has other record, even the new one with this Spiral guy. It's not a bad record too. Yeah, as in, the guy has been doing back to back. So I think he deserves some praise too for
sure,
like delivering back to back as well.
For sure,
his run.
For
so
sure.
yeah, I think the Young John record is okay. Yeah, at best.
Nice.
Basically.
All right, dope stuff. We got lots of other music, of course. Speaking of Fola as well, Benson Fola very soon. Another single from Benson's forthcoming album. What's everyone's initial thoughts? I'm sure it's just picking up the momentum, right? From where they left
So
it.
like R&B boys are up. That's like number one. And I think I've said this before, but like this is my theory on Falaf's approach to melodies. Is like sit down here, I want to tell you something, and you're like, I'm listening. It's literally like having a conversation. That's like not even like the words, like in melodic like terms, and it's crazy. And him and Benson working together is like again, like they are 2 for 2 already, right? And very soon it is almost the second 0903. If anybody remembers 0903 with Emma Gray from like back in the day.
Evergreen and Benson, yeah.
So that one, like, because there was a story and there was more back and forth. Almost felt like a duet in a sense. Although I can't remember, even though I played that, I can't remember if they harmonize each other, so I can't fully call it that. But
yeah, I don't think so. I think it's kind of, to be fair, even because you brought up 0903. Sorry, I'm getting some small feedback, but 0903 was virtually conversational between both of them, right? Like it was a play on Same Girl by R. Kelly and Usher, that type of scheme. And I don't know if they had that kind of dynamic on this particular one. It just felt like we got I would have loved to hear more Benson, to be honest, on this one. But I think it was more of it's a Fola record, which obviously you dropped the snippets, I think last year from this particular song. Yeah, and it just feels like we just got in a Benson verse, as opposed to like for him really sinking into the song and being conversational like 0903. But regardless, not a bad moment, but I think that would be the difference between this one and that one.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's almost.
Yeah, it's almost there. Gotcha.
Almost 0903. It's a great song. The melody is brilliant. I really enjoy the song. It's one of the songs on rotation for me right now.
It's a sweet record, man.
The fact that it has entered like turntables already.
Yeah, it's competing for number 1 next week.
It's crazy, bro.
Right, Fola, man.
And I think people are talking about Shode, and you guys have pointed out differences in this situation.
Yeah.
Fola is having
a mainstream.
You know what?
Yeah.
Back to my first point, R&B boys are all.
Yeah, man.
I was having a conversation with someone, and we're talking about. I know we segue into like different like underground acts, and people are having moments and motion right now. But there was a question of where are the singers? And there are 2 people to point to right now, which is Kumi and Fola. I would like to point to Fido because I do think he's in that singing bag too. But just like there's a lot of, I'll just put him there. I think I'll point to Fido too. So like if you're looking for like the singers who are also having moments, there are a couple of them. It's not like it's only like a certain only the guys that are throwing on beats that are popping.
Yeah. I mean Tella is having somewhat of a moment, but it's
another example.
Yeah.
He's actually on his own lane right now.
Yeah, it's a different space, I think.
Yeah.
Slightly. Yeah. Anyway, solid. Any other thoughts on Very Soon?
Bro, I feel like I crashed out on that record this week. The day it came out. Insane record for me. Oh my Jesus. Like I mean from the summer last year I knew it was gonna be great.
Yeah.
Just hearing it again and man, like Fola, man, like bro, like there's something very honest about his music. Like it's and it's crazy because Dante said conversation because that's really what
that's what
like.
It's
like he's just being honest about what is going on whenever he records a song. Everything feels honest, everything, and and that's why you just have to cherish artists when they are not yet blown, man. Like that.
Yeah.
There's just that initial, the humility, everything is just showing in the writing, in the melody, in the delivery. It's very,
very human and innocent.
Yes, very human. It's innocent. It's touching.
This honesty thing. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but like there is a story in this song that I'm saying, because if I add the context of Fola is in school, and he's talking about I'm not Lodo on like, and my perspective is, oh, you have like a passion you're chasing, and I don't know how he's doing in school. Maybe there's something that is not working, and you're telling the babe, don't look at me from this lens, look at me from this lens. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and
yeah,
first line, Erobima she para new day. I'm like, nobody says that like that.
bro,
Nobody.
I think so. Me and Nu, whenever we're nerding this shit out, right, we always talk about like, bro, especially when Nu records, like he always talks about it. He said, bro, your first bar in Afrobeat is so important.
Yeah.
Him saying that immediately, and that's actually my grievance. Me and Noah had with like Buju, right? Because we think Buju, but that's the thing, Buju is a superstar, so he read it as a love song. But what Fola was doing was not love. Fola was basically saying he just used the babe to basically tell us that, see, I'm not in a place I want to be, but where I'm going, you will see soon.
Yeah.
Do you get that? That is the actual message of the song.
Yeah.
Obviously, I understand that Buju, you don't
out
like,
here, man.
you just hear song about BC, yeah, baby, yeah, he just went in the love route. But for what Fola was doing, which is why I would love to hear the original. I mean, I'll find some connects and find the original version of this one, probably solo. I want to hear the other verse Fola might have had on this song. Right? I think like we missed out on a total honest record, right? Buju kind of came and, made it very pop and made it very lovey-dovey. But I think if you really care about just what is being said and the message that is being conveyed and like, the substance in Afrobeat as people always say is lacking, I think what the original version of this song would have had a lot more depth, because him saying that everyone should buy a soon, like, I want everybody to hear this tune. Like it's like bro, like it's just first two bars alone. He's basically telling you like, bro, like bro, I want people to hear me out. Like, and don't think that I'm not wise, but don't worry, very soon you understand what I'm about.
Yeah.
And like that is literally what his career has been. He's manifesting things, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It feels spiritual, all in all, and his delivery carries that essence. His delivery, it's honest, and honestly, I can go on about this record, and special record. Like, this is one of those songs that almost they made music here, and shouts to them, man. Like Buju has caught, like Buju will definitely catch one here.
Yeah,
Fola has caught another one here
for sure, man.
Yeah, man, bro, I can see this. Like, if this song doesn't have to be played in the club, I think people are just going to hold this song in their houses and break it and break the life out of this one. This is not motive music. This is you're in your sober moment and you want to take in something, and this is music. This is real music, man. Like, I fucking record a lot.
For sure, man. For sure. Beautiful stuff, man. Any other thoughts on Very Soon? Any other thoughts? All right.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Pixel.
Okay. Fola. To be fair, I feel like it's so funny how you just get to know about somebody and months down the line he's like the next big thing in which like everybody's just talking about. Because I remember when it was Gino actually that directed me to listen to Fola, and that was when his Alone song with Bad Boy Rema was still like doing bits. In fact, how I got to know about the song was when I guess there was a paid agenda, they compared it with Fido's Awolowo at that time. And I was like, Fido's Awolowo like is everywhere. TikTok was jamming, like Twitter itself was scattering everywhere, but I've not heard Alone before. And Junior that time was like, more Alone is better. I was like, what do you mean? He said, go and listen to it. I listened and I was like, more, I don't really know because I was very obsessed with Awolowo. But listening to the song, I was like, Fairs, like this is a very, very top song. And just listening to Fola grow, and I've always said it, there's something about how he delivers the message, right? That whole emotion he pushes with his voice. And there was someone that gave him serious a positive review of the kind of person he is, and I was really like glad that someone could see this of someone, and they said that Fola is a very, very humble person, and from his music you can like tell that this guy really to get stressed like that. And I love how when he's featured on a song, like it's almost like there's that romance between him and the other artists. Because like how do you go 2 for 2 with Benson, 2 for 2 with Kiss Daniel, 2 for 2 with Bella Shmurda? Like you just know
Yeah.
that this brother
That's actually
has like
crazy.
he's
Yeah,
always in
realize it.
sync.
You went to with
It's
both
like
of them. Yeah,
it's
with all
just
of them.
insane.
Yeah.
So it's she's a very very special artist, and to be fair, this is the time you are going to enjoy him because immediately he's that me market, like me market, me market. You might not really get this part of for again. So this is like the intimate part that we are just going to enjoy, hopefully for how long we are going to enjoy it. But yeah, this song itself, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful record. Fola has not really disappointed me, to be fair. At least this year, he has. For me, I said at the initial start of the year that already he's next rated, but I feel like we have to start giving him.
Yeah.
I don't think
Right
he's
now
far off
he
from the
right
artist
now
of the year
he's
tag. I will
yeah.
not lie.
No,
I don't
no.
think
I
he's
think
far off.
right now he's leading the next rated
I don't think he's
conversation.
far off.
Artist of the Year tag is a
Artist of
rating
the
scheme.
year.
Yeah,
Like,
he
people
is.
show
I said
ratings.
Artist of the year is steep though. You have to let that one
Yeah.
cook, but yeah. But so far in terms of new face, that is essentially dominating, I think it's clearly him. Yeah, but we're looking forward to the rest of the year, man. It's crazy. We're just getting halfway through the year, but yeah, man. Good
Yeah,
look
I mean,
for Fola, man.
the cosigns are helping though. Like,
Yeah, cosigns are definitely helping. And if
and
something,
then
the Wiz
if
record,
exactly
the
there's a
Wiz
Wiz feature
record,
somewhere,
yeah, the Wiz
it's a
record
wrap.
is coming too. Yeah, it's crazy. He's out of here, man.
Although Shodi has a
Aside from the
Davido
Wiz
Zlatan record.
feature,
That's not out yet,
yeah, I
right?
saw that one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted
like
to add something though.
Yeah.
Sorry, what I wanted to add. I don't know if you guys have heard the new snippet. See, like again, I don't know if this guy would ever miss because when I heard that snippet he dropped, I was like, nah. Just put in Fola with melodic chords. Don't worry, there's no stress again. He's going to kill it. Just don't worry. And I can't wait. Like I've played that snippet a handful amount of times, so I don't know. I just can't wait for that snippet to drop. So yeah, I'm also waiting for his album. So yeah, Fola
Yeah, that
has
was what I
been a
was
very
gonna
very huge
say.
fan, and
That
I'm really waiting, and I really
So,
hope
an
everything.
album.
Yeah, man.
thank God
Yeah.
he's going to an album. Thank God he's going to an IP.
Yep. He's going to an album,
Bro,
man. He
thank
has
God,
to.
bro.
He has to. He has to follow up with that album, man. All right, man. Beautiful stuff, man. Real quick, we have a short amount of time to get to other new music, but Mavo, Wavestar, Escalade finally out. A Jam still on rotation, man.
Please.
Yeah, man. But yeah, any thoughts on that one quickly before we speed run through the rest? All right, yeah, man. Escalade.
Okay, let me just
Pixar, you want to say something?
Go.
I'll be honest, yeah.
Yes.
Let me just say something because I will not lie. See, if peer pressure is real, I cannot even lie. Peer pressure is real because like the TL was just like the PR was just so much. I was like, nah, like okay, let me just listen to it. I will not lie. In my mind, I already put it in my heart that I'm most likely not going to enjoy whatever they are going to drop. Like I've already like set it in my heart, but bruh, that record is hard. Like I can't even like that chorus. Like there was something he was saying. Like he doubled it. I forgot how he did the game, but like it's just that record where God bless you. Like, I'm like, what kind of music is this? Like, it's strange but very very enjoyable. I really don't have. I can't say I have an expression to like really give in terms of the music, but I just know that I just love it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
man.
just very enjoyable. And I can't wait for him to like perform it on stage because like it has so much performance vibes that I know that this would really like get the crowd going. So yeah, it's a very very hard record and more.
Nah.
It's bigger than I thought. To be fair, everywhere is scattered. This this stuff is crazy.
Yeah, man. Nah, this record
So
for
when
me.
when you say
Yeah.
performing on stage, do you mean like you want to see it live or because there are videos online of him performing?
Yeah.
Right? and it's okay live.
Oh,
Sorry,
really?
Ima,
Yeah. The crowds are responding. I think it's all uni crowds that he might be performing right now.
So he did his school, and
Mhm.
he also did Even in the Day when it was still a snippet, and
Right.
he went crazy. Did it with Wavestar. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, when it was just a snippet. That's crazy. Anyway.
But Ima, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I was about to say something like this particular song and these artists, these guys, Mavo, Wavestar, they're atomizing, or they're the manifestation of kids that obviously they look outside, right? They look to the Western influences. We've seen it in different forms, right? Of borrowing some form of like Western, maybe say style of delivery or aesthetic, but you're bringing it back home with the slang and lingua of just young, living, breathing Nigerians. This is exactly a song that kind of captures that essence, because we have Wavestar that is borderline a Playboy Cardi regen, but in a Niger setting. The dynamic.
I don't know if I agree with you.
With Playboy Cardi influences?
For Wavestar.
For Wavestar, you don't hear it.
That's not the influence.
Who do you hear?
It's definitely not Cardi, first of all.
Who do you hear
on,
then?
Like the style.
Yeah.
Who do I hear? Okay, when he raps sometimes I hear like very
You hear who?
introspective guy. Dave. Like on Tales of the
Wavestar, Dave?
Yeah. Have you? Yes, 100%. Because of like the storytelling. And you know what's interesting?
Yeah, but then
Okay, I guess I hear where Dante is coming from.
So like
because when he started, because I knew him as a TikTok boy, so yes, true.
I was gonna go there. The drill.
So, no, Dante can go on.
Yeah, the drill was doing even back in his TikTok days. We are very people were on some. Who is this Nigerian Dave? Who is this Nigerian Dave? That was literally the vibe. So he had built an audience there before like.
To be honest, I wasn't hearing Wavestar before this.
But what song would you say has a Cathy influence? Because for instance now,
I'm talking about this record. I'm talking about his verse, the way he comes with, especially his tone and his mix. Yeah, that flow is very mumbled. It's very it's very much in the Cardi delivery.
Yeah. That's not.
But I don't think Cardi is showing this too like that. It's the Leviton that Cardi is showing the most, right? So
yeah, of course. Zay Level 10 is
These two the Agbedu boys, Loki.
Yeah, the Agbedu boys, but they still have that. They still have that that when it comes to their vocal delivery. When it comes to their vocal,
100%. You're right.
You know where I would draw it?
Okay.
I would draw it more from as creative as sound piece, right? I think it's more like Rema taking whatever he did, and I guess Ken Carson, Cardi, formulating to an Afrobeat content. I think these guys came with a little bit more hip hop with it, right? Like they just made it a little bit more like bar heavy and talk rapping heavy, right?
Even when
I don't with the nonchalantness of it, like the way laid back he is,
like a Demzeri Dio as well. Do you understand? Like I don't know that. I don't know. The Cardi I guess is in the slang.
It's for Wavestar for me, It's for the wave the nonchalant Wavestar.
Okay, there's Dark Saints as well. Maybe that's where you draw.
Yeah,
Dark Saints on this record.
Yeah, and their looks too, and their aesthetics too.
Very mainstream Niger. Like that's how I see it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Just I get everything you said. It was like at the Cathy is where you lost. Like Cathy exactly. Like influence from him reflected like vocally, no. Sonically, yes, I see that. But like his delivery wise, I don't see Wavestar. Because the way I kind of see Wavestar is
I just don't hear Dave on this record though.
No, not on this record. Not on this record. I'm thinking like when I think Wavestar, I'm thinking about all the songs that I've heard from him.
Right. No, I'm thinking, I'm speaking to this record.
But even on this record, I would even ask you, Cathy, of which year? You know, are you talking like music?
Cathy as of recently as the what's her name? What's her name? Camila Bello feature.
Oh, yeah. I know
the way he's like slurring his words the whole time, it's classic. It's classic Cardi delivery.
I get what you're saying. But that's not it.
That's how I saw Wavestar in this, and the dynamics he had from Mavo's vocals.
Yeah,
I think we spent longer than we need to.
I think that was also something that confused some people because some people that I knew was gonna come when I heard the song. They didn't get the fact that Wavestars was like assist and he passed the ball
Yeah.
for Marvel because the snippet that was going viral was the peak of the song. That's literally where it peaks. And
Right.
like if you're listening to everywhere, you're listening expecting that place. And song structure wise, brilliant. That it's literally like they made it the meat of the song, so it
Yeah.
just like worked right. And if anyone wants to like check out what I consider was Wavestar's best material, and I think it's sleeping on, is a song called Fast Life. I think it's Fast Life Interlude or something like that. Is the melody is like very much like melodic rapping, but he kills it. Like it's just crazy. Like Fast Life Lifestyle or something. It was like on a mixtape that I dropped not too long ago.
Yeah.
So there's that, and the song itself is crazy. I really like the song. Is a vibe, and also like with the activation and everything, it just shows what happens when you are building a community, when you
Yeah,
are
man.
there's like a movement behind something. People see enough of it, and then people look at, oh,
Yep.
like what's going on here, and whatever like happens. And the Marvel's manager said something that I found interesting, which was kind of like we're finding out Marvel is a medicine student, and I think that's a perspective. She said their story needs to be told, and I agree because there are different lenses that this country needs to be viewed in. And if the media, the music is where it's represented the most, yeah, I want to see what you guys' life is and talk about it, even if it might be dismissed based on, I don't know anybody's background, based on background or based on the school they're
Yeah.
going to. I think those kind of conversations need to be had so that people see that, like, okay, this is a path for these people, this is what they are on, and all of that. And yeah, man, I'm 100% rooting for these guys because, you know, they have something personally.
Yeah,
They
for
have
sure.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And for Pixel, there is like more music for you to check out when it comes to Marvel. It's filled with that style.
Yeah, that Feel Nice record too. I got to spin this past
That was the song
weekend
you
too.
said, No
That
More Way for
record is
Poor
fun.
People.
Yeah, that record was fun
Yeah,
too. It
yeah,
had
that's
that. It
fun.
had
But
that killing them KLP drum rolls that were fun too.
oh yeah, interesting. I think so.
Yeah,
That's a good
on
catch.
the Feel Nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, that's a good catch.
fair,
But I'm still an advocate for Drink Up. Drink Up is a song with
drink up.
another
Okay.
guy that is Dio. Drink Up is crazy. That's to me is like when it comes to Pocket, Marvel's best performance when it comes to like finding Pocket. But like there is a way I would like to describe Marvel that I it's weird to say that I not say it because nobody would get it. But it's literally the sonic representation of something I've seen in real life. And that's why I can kind of gravitate towards it because I've seen it. I'm like, okay, I know where this is coming from. So I'm like, okay, that's fire. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Dope stuff. Dope stuff. We are running just right on time to wrap up tonight. But there's other new music that I would have loved to talk about. But yeah, so for the sake of time, Wizard Chan Oliver I thought that was a fun record. We kind of highlighted Ego, King Mighty's moment last week. I think that's fine. Spinall, Destin, Conrad, and Jo dropped a nice record. I remember spinning the record again and still on the nicer side of things. So shout out to Spinall, man. And that Destin Conrad moment too. I thought that was cool. See Me Kiss Daniel, Day by Day. That was another moment from this past weekend. For your mommies and daddies, of course. For everybody. Right. But another standout moment, continuing the amazing run as a duo of artist and producer, Bust My Head, BMH, and Tariq, Burn Me Up. I enjoyed that record. Definitely one of my fun spins as well this weekend. But yeah, man, appreciate every one of you that has been able to have conversations tonight with us. We started off with the Billboard in Africa conversation, and then we had the little I guess updates on Wizkid's Long Live Lagos documentary coming to HBO at some point. And then we had Rema live at O2 recap. Shout out to everyone from the Init ends that was able to update us, and then obviously dove into new music. Please tap in on platforms other than Twitter to re-listen, Spotify, Google podcast as well to recap, and YouTube upload coming soon on that one. Appreciate everyone. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll be here next week by God's grace to catch up on more new music, more happenings in the Afrobeat space, and enjoy the rest of your week. We out. Peace.